Welcome in to Live Line, powered by SportsbookReview.com on January 1st, 2020. Happy New Year's Day, everybody. Ordinarily, SBR is dark today, but I asked if we can be on for the bowl games today because there should be a decent chance at live betting for these games. So that's what we're going to do. We'll be on all day, all four games, two on right now. Later on, we got the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. We'll kick it off with the Citrus Bowl and the Outback Bowl. And I got the boys with me. What's up, boys? What's going on? Happy New Year.
Hello.
Happy New Year's, guys. How we doing?
Yep, time to start the year off right with some winners. See what we can do.
Yep.
So how are we thinking about this first game?
Well, I'm thinking Jay needs to turn his fucking music off.
Fucking shut the music off. Jesus. Guitar solo time.
Yeah. Hey, guys, what you guys think as I drown you out with this freaking Rage Against the Machine guitar? Why is it on? All right, it's a rock concert. It's not a sports betting show. All right.
All right, guys. Happy New Year, but it's only 10 here. I'm going to eat breakfast real quick. I'll be back on in like 1 minute.
All right.
Fred's just trying to sleep over there. Fred's still half asleep.
What happened with spread?
You say he's eating his breakfast real quick, he said. So be back in like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what action you guys have today?
I am on Bama's team total over 33. Them minus 4.5 in the first half. And then I took Minnesota Auburn first quarter under 10.5.
What about you, man?
I have the Michigan first half team total over 10.5 at minus 130. And I had the over 59 in the game, although the over's gone all the way up to 62. I think we're going to get some points in here. Alabama's defense has been very shaky. Shea Patterson's a lot better quarterback than Bo Nix. I mean, if Alabama gives up all those points and yards to Auburn with Bo Nix at quarterback, they can give up some points to Michigan here. I think Michigan gets somewhere between 28 to 24 points, which means it's going to go over the 59 that I got. Side-wise, I mean, I'm not touching the side. I think Alabama could blow them out. I think Michigan could keep it close. I definitely wouldn't take Alabama now if it's -7 or at -7.5 or -8, seeing as how it was -2 weeks. So you'd be betting the worst of the number, especially falling on a key number of one touchdown if you took Alabama now. So I'll bet the side live if we can find a spot. But pregame, I'm on the overs.
Yeah, I saw the tweet that you sent out about people.
I mean, yeah, it's like why would you lay 7.5 when it's been 7 for 2 weeks? It just doesn't sound right to me. The other game, I think Auburn wins the game, but Minnesota is decent enough to keep it within a touchdown. But I wouldn't be shocked if Auburn blows them out. So I'm staying off the side in that game, and I think the total's about right. I wouldn't really want to hit the over in the Auburn-Minnesota game, but I think the under's might lean, but not enough for me to want to bet it. So I don't have any bets on the Auburn-Minnesota game other than wanting to go ahead and look at the live, see if we have opportunities to live bet it.
What'd you guys do last night for New Year's?
Slept.
I fell asleep before 10. I got woken up to toast champagne for the new year, and then that was that.
I thought I was a loser going to bed at like 11:30, 10 o'clock.
Like 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're trying to ask me to stay up till midnight when I get up at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. for work every day. That's kind of a tough ask. I don't care if it's New Year's or not.
Just another day.
Maxwell Smart joined us. What's up, Max?
Nothing.
I was pretty hype off your video you put out this morning.
Well,
that got me ready to go.
That was my video. That wasn't how I'm feeling now.
Okay.
I'm long removed from my fluids being extracted, and now I want to do it again. But that means I got to go and fucking spend the money again. And I'm not made of money. I wish I was.
By the end of the season, you might be.
I know that I'll have enough money to support my habit throughout the summer. That's pretty much the goal of college basketball. But once you get it in the way that I had it last night, you want it again.
You want it every day.
You want it every
Auburn.
2 hours.
We got kickoff though with this Michigan Ohio Alabama game, and Michigan is.
What channel is this Michigan game on?
It's Michigan
on
gonna
ABC.
take this? Wow, Michigan takes the opening kickoff to the 50-yard line. Let's go,
ABC?
point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
ABC.
it's on regular television, buddy.
Yeah, so
and
now
while we were
Ant's ahead of
talking-
me.
While we were talking, Auburn did get a field goal. Auburn went right down the field,
Yeah,
stalled
but they couldn't
inside the
score a
10.
touchdown. They were
and
punks.
kicked the field goal 3-0.
They were punks. They couldn't even score a touchdown against Minnesota. Fuck that. You're not fucking bigging up that drive. They fucking got down the field and then stalled like a fucking 1979 Chevy fucking Cruiser.
48-45, Max.
Whatever.
I mean, it's 48-45. Just so there you go.
Whatever. Where the fuck is this Alabama game? Oh, Canada versus USA. Oh, I may have to watch hockey.
Lions
Michigan
under
went
6.5.
for the big play too there, guys. Nice pass defense, nice deflection by Bama, but Michigan's kind of going for it.
Yeah, Michigan's also going for fucking little kids at the fucking carnival. That's what they're into. Fucking dirtbags.
That's a fantastic breakdown of the game, Max. I do enjoy your sweater.
Yeah, I'm betting on Creighton. I'm going against everybody and their fucking mothers today. Everybody's on Marquette. Well, I'm on Creighton, motherfuckers. Straight fucking goods. Fucking motherfuckers right now.
Michigan's going to have a big third down here.
Yeah, Michigan's gonna suck fucking little fucking animal fucking testicles. That's what they're gonna do. Look at them. They're fucking bums. Look at their stupid helmets, their stupid jerseys. I hope they all fucking tear Achilles. Fucking sons of bitches. Roll Tide roll. Here's my fucking Alabama hat. I better have it on. See? Let's go.
This better be the hat on my head.
Fucking hell. Maybe I have to turn the camera and face the Alabama flag. Jay,
Ooh.
do you want that?
What's that?
Do you want me to change the direction so you can see the flag?
I got my hat on. I think that's good enough.
Overtime's asked me about Man U Arsenal. I got nothing for that game.
It's fucking iPad, man.
Okay, where the fuck is this game and why haven't I been watching it already? This is annoying.
Yeah, so Shred, did you bet on anything pre-game in these football games today? I couldn't find anything to get on, man, pre-game.
Yeah, I figured we'd jump in live, and I missed a little bit because I got a late start with the breakfast being ready right at the time that we went on. But
you're a trooper, bro. 10 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day.
Yeah, well, I'm in here. I'm ready to go. So what angles are you looking at for this Auburn game?
I wanted to back Alabama, but I wanted 6.5 all week, and it stayed at 7, and then it went up.
Moved to 7.5. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, big play. Alabama's going to go up 7-0. 80-yard touchdown pass. Let's get those points, boys.
That's right. Roll Tide roll. And
let's get those points.
You just got to go to McDonald's and buy a Happy Meal. You get a degree from the University of Alabama. But the football team is
in college football.
One play, 85 yards, 11-second drive.
I don't know. I might get on him at money line or something.
Buddy, I bet Alabama today. I bet the first half over. Let's fucking go.
I thought their team total at 34 was worth betting.
Jerry Judy, there's my guy. Go to the NFL next year, sucker.
But that team total went up a full point when the total went up 3 points. So I wasn't going to be an idiot. And
yeah, I told Tyler bet it at 33. I told Tyler I think that's a winner, but 33s and 34s and 35s are a little bit too high for me to take overs on team totals. So I do think we're going to get some points in this game. Hopefully,
Michigan's gonna fucking
that ain't going to be the only drive that goes this fast.
Yeah, that's right.
This defense got shredded by KJ Hamler, and that's all Penn State had.
Welcome in, March Day. Thanks for spending your New Year's Day with us. That's it.
We got Drexley, Warike, Walla Walla, RKE, Tito Banton, Von Polo, AU Rockin', Josh is here, Rob Lex, John Daniel, Triple Beam Dreams, Ken Wilson, Alex Ramirez, Jason Stasher, Anthony Mastronati.
Oh, shout out to Anthony Mastronati. There's my guy from Windsor. Happy New Year, my guy.
Johnson, Coco Bongo. We got the whole crew here today.
And obviously, shout out to fucking Yella and fucking Jared Slater in there.
The live total's up to 65.5. That does make me feel good about getting it at over 59.
And no offense to anyone that bet Michigan, I hope you fucking choke on fucking cum.
I took Michigan's first half team total over 10.5. Do you want me to choke on cum?
That isn't for them to win the game, so stop trying to fucking butt in, okay? This is directly against the people that bet against Alabama to win and lose the game.
Oh, I don't think people are really betting on Alabama to lose the game.
Oh,
I think
there are Michigan people that are betting on Michigan to win this fucking game, bro.
I think most people who are taking Michigan were taking Michigan plus the 7.5 because
go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I'm joking. Not that many people bet numbers. They all bet teams. You're right.
Exactly. I bet my team today, and I'll say that straight fucking up. I did not bet the number. I didn't give a shit about the number. I saw Alabama. I saw my boys on it. Boom, I jumped on it, okay?
What did you take Bama at?
7 and over 29.5 first half.
Oh, 7, okay. So you actually bet the number that was sitting there.
I bet on Pinnacle, bro. I bet the right number.
Yeah, you took the number that was sitting there for weeks and weeks instead of taking it this morning at 7.5 and 8 and tweeting out that that's your play of the day, trying to tout the worst of the number.
Yeah, but Pinnacle had that. Pinnacle had that number at 6.5 for a good portion of the week. They were flip flopping up and down. So
I'm watching this Everton Manchester City game on my tablet too, while I'm watching the other games.
Why can't I find this fucking Furman game?
Furman?
Yeah.
What's a Furman? Is that a basketball team?
Yeah, of course it is. Furman and VMI. What the fuck? It's supposed to be on ESPN Plus. It's not.
VMI sounds like TMI.
Virginia Military Institute.
Alabama money line is minus 620 already. Fuck me, man.
Jay, are you watching this Minnesota game? Their big boys are looking pretty good against the vaunted SEC defensive line.
Yeah, fuck Auburn.
Their guys are looking big up front.
Yeah, I couldn't lay the 7 in that Auburn game. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I told Tyler. I said, I'm like, if you bet Auburn on the money line, you probably got a winner, but I can't take this. I can't bet the 7.
Dale Johnson said over under. Who will say more words, me or Jay?
Oh, I go with Jay.
I go with Tyler.
I go with Jay. That's too easy. Jay's got to be like minus 250 on that.
I'll take the dog.
Uh-oh, there we go, Max.
Oh,
all right, I'm going to see if there's a live
Michigan
line on
this is
Auburn already.
Michigan has 9 wins for the 4th time in 5 seasons underneath Jim Harbaugh, but yet everyone wants to fire Jim Harbaugh because
Jim Harbaugh.
Well, that's what I don't get about these fucking Michigan fans. They have a half of a national title in 60 years. And they're trying to pretend like they're this big boy program that
you gotta bet you gotta beat Ohio State if you're gonna be the coach. At least once every 5 times you play them.
Oh, you know what? Like, here's the thing. Fuck you got to beat Ohio State. Ohio State is in one of their best runs in program history. everyone in the Big Ten is getting their dick kicked in by Ohio State. Whether you're Michigan, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Illinois, Penn State, they're all fucking losing to Ohio State. So for Michigan fans to go, you have to beat Ohio State. You have to beat Ohio State. Ohio State's been in the college football playoff like 3 out of 5 years, have won like 2 national titles in the last decade. Shut the fuck up about you have to beat Ohio State if you're going to be anything. They're one of the top 4 programs of the 2000s. Michigan is and always has been an above average program that wins 8 to 10 games a year, but doesn't win titles.
So, yeah,
How's
but
Harbaugh any different than any other
that's
Michigan
not
coach in their
that's
history?
not an excuse, bro. Clemson was the fucking doormat of the ACC for 30 years. What does that mean? Coach your boys up.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why everyone who follows Michigan wants to fire a guy who's winning 10 games every year. You were never, as if the people before him were winning national titles when they weren't. As if the people before him were collecting Big Ten championships like their coupons, which they weren't. That's my problem. People are saying Michigan fans want to throw Jim Harbaugh in the trash because he's so terrible when he's got the program better or at where it's never been. You know, Michigan, like I said, they have a half a national title in 50 fucking years. You're not an elite program, Michigan fans. Knock it off. Jim Harbaugh is a good coach. You're winning 9-10 games every year with him. What did you win before Jim Harbaugh showed up? Oh, I don't know. Brady Hoke had you going 4-7. Rich Rod had you going 4-8. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Like, quit acting like you deserve national titles because you're Michigan. You never won them before him. That's my point. I'm like, I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong about the state of Michigan's program before Harbaugh showed up? Because I'm not. Go look it up. They were never a powerhouse.
Nice job, Larry David. That was a good one.
All right, you done?
Yeah, I just had to get that Michigan rant out of the way because I just saw them show up Jim Harbaugh's numbers, and it just reminds me about how like everyone I know who's a Michigan fan or whatever is saying they got to fire Jim Harbaugh, as if like seriously Jim Harbaugh's been their best coach forever.
Yeah, I agree with Ann on this one, but let's jump into these games real quick. What do you think about Minnesota? Is it plus 220 here, Ant? What would the implied probability be there? Like 35%?
No, less than that. Plus 220. I mean, they'd have to win the game. I mean, if they win the game 30% of the time, you break even or make a little money.
Have you been watching? What do you think? Actually, I think they look live so far.
They were good this year.
I think the game's going to stay lower scoring, so that's definitely going to keep that's definitely going to help them out in the long run. It'll make each touchdown that much more important. I leaned under pregame, and now kind of watching some of the game, I still say the under should probably be the play, but I got to see what the live total is because I'm sure it's dropped. Oh, it's actually 52.5.
Yeah, I'm seeing 52.5 too.
Yeah, I would say.
There we go. Get some points, you
Michigan is plus 16.5 right now.
Fucking bitches.
Plus 16.5. That's actually not bad.
That seems pretty high.
Yeah, that's very high. They're basically saying Alabama goes up 2 scores on this drive, which I kind of hope Alabama goes up 2 scores on this drive because that gets me 14 points before 10 minutes. This is before the 10-minute mark.
Hey, if they score on this drive, do you think that line jumps? Do we think it gets over plus 20?
Well, you got to think they'll be up 14-0 with like say 10 minutes to go in the game or in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And they closed at about 7.5 point favorite. So yeah, that line will probably jump to 20, 21. But I don't know.
Well, if you want Minnesota, you'll get a much better number on Minnesota right now.
Yeah, but to be perfectly honest, I think Minnesota is liver than Michigan from what I've seen out the gate.
Yeah, but Auburn just broke one, so let me see what the Michigan line is now.
Yeah, I would not.
Minnesota. I'm going to get mixed up between these two. You got the Big Ten versus SEC, and we're going to get mixed up.
Oh yeah. But
That
I
Alabama team total is at 39.
mean,
I think they're definitely going to score 40 in this game.
I think so too.
I would not be surprised. I hope they score at least 40. That'll definitely help out my over. Heather Lane wants to know why they would play these two games at the same time. Because traditionally the Outback Bowl and the Citrus Bowl are noon time slot games on New Year's Eve. They'll play the Outback and Citrus Bowl at the same time, and then the afternoon window is reserved for the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, it's bullshit, though. I agree. I mean, Eastern Michigan had a standalone game at 8 o'clock at night, like in its own time slot. And I got to watch Minnesota, Auburn, and Michigan, Alabama at the same time.
I mean, I hear what you're saying about that Eastern Michigan, but I mean, that's just how the New Year's Day bowls always go. The Citrus and Outback Bowl have always been played at the same time.
And wasn't there 6 games on New Year's Day? That's why it's called the New Year's 6. Why are there only 4 games today? Why is the Orange Bowl not on New Year's Day anymore?
I think that's bad.
Because the reason why, I'll tell you, the reason why is that way they can have more, because that way they get all these games by themselves in primetime slots. The Orange Bowl, because you got the Sugar Bowl on tonight in primetime. So if you want the Sugar Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl and whatever, also on New Year's Day in primetime, they're going up against each other. It allows the games to have primetime slots standalone by themselves for the big boy bowl game. So you got
I understand for the TVs, but for us it sucks because if it's a blowout, then it's just
but I mean for TV's sake, that's what matters. You go, oh, the Orange Bowl is not on New Year's, but yeah, the Orange Bowl had a standalone primetime slot on the Monday night. I mean that's that's better for the Orange Bowl than going
NHL Winter Classic today.
Yeah, I'm on the first period under and full game under 5. First period under 1.5 and full game under 5.5. That is going to be at the Cotton Bowl outside in Texas with Dallas versus Nashville.
An outdoor hockey game in Texas?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How do they keep the ice cold?
Let's go, Furman. Get some motherfucking
Jay, so if you know anything about winter classics in the NHL, they trend massive towards under 5.5 goals.
Oh, Jay, that's so true. You just bet unders. You don't even care about the teams.
Yeah. Exactly what Max said. So I'm on both unders. But the thing is I like it even better in this matchup because it's in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. So they're having to pump massive air conditioning and cold air into an outdoor stadium.
What the weather is today in Dallas, Texas.
Buddy, that ice is going to be fucked. You know
it's going to be like
it's going to be slowed down. Like, how are you going to have a fast hockey game? That game is going to be you understand what I'm trying to say, though. The ice is going to be fucked.
It's 53 degrees.
Yeah,
but it's cooler than I thought, but still.
So it's going to be 21 degrees above freezing.
You can't trust them to fucking get a cold hockey rink outside unless there's fucking snow on the ground on the location. And even then, the puck gets slowed by either melting ice or buildup of snow on the ice. It's not going to be smooth skating. The passes aren't going to be crisp like you see normal in a game. I think unless you get some bouncing puck goals in front of the net, like it's really hard for these games to stay fucking for these games to go over.
I got to bet a hockey game today. Is that what I got to do?
Listen, you don't have to bet anything, but I'm just saying, like, there's value from like a situational perspective.
Yeah.
Minus 135 under.
Yeah. It should be. Well, I mean, the total should be like 4.5, and that. I mean, the under 5.5 should be like minus 165, dude.
Oh, I can get minus 120. That's better.
Oh, dude. If you can get minus 120 on a under 55.5, Jay, you should make that your normal football unit size.
I'm gonna bet it right now.
This is Nashville and Dallas, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump in. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm on the first period under 1.5 at minus pretty, and I'm on the full game under 5.5 at -130. And I know currently, though, the numbers are still the same, but the juice has been moved towards the under, so I think you're getting worse juice now if you bet it. So Bama had to punt, so I want to see if we can get Michigan here to maybe pretty please get some points.
Shea Patterson's gonna fucking search his scrotum for a fucking coin to get on the bus.
Hey, Max, can you at least root for Michigan to get a couple touchdowns in the first half?
Well, I have the first half over, so I do want points. I just want Alabama to be up 21-0 for those points from Michigan come.
Yesterday was pretty good football games. We didn't talk. We weren't on yesterday, but that Arizona State game was a good game. The Navy game was a good game. Texas absolutely raped Utah, man. Absolutely raped them. I bet plus 3.5 in the fourth quarter for that Texas game. I stayed away the whole game, and I finally took it in the fourth. But Jesus Christ, what a bad showing for Utah the last two games of the year.
Oh, do I get to? Unfortunately, we didn't do a show yesterday, but do I get to chirp you now about how I was totally 100% correct on my Texas and Texas money line play?
I won the bet I made, so go ahead.
Oh yeah,
I did.
I mean, not you, Jay, but I know everybody said Utah the night before when I had the audacity to say I like Texas +7. I think there's pretty good value on the money line. I even had a guy in the chat chirping me saying Anthony's knowledge of college football is highly questionable, guys. Meanwhile, what happened? I said Texas +7, and there's definite value on Texas money line, and Texas wins the game 38-10. So suck it. All the haters. Thank you very much. Hook 'em horns.
Did you bet any football yesterday, Tyler?
No, the only thing I bet was the Kentucky game, and it destroyed me. And then I left every other football game alone.
What did you have? How'd you make out on that Dallas game?
I got screwed in basketball, too, because Embiid decides his knee hurts right before the game starts, and so does Porzingis.
What do you think about Milwaukee minus all those points today and Carmelo under points, rebounds, and assists?
I'm doing it now. I'm going over all the games. I didn't even look at anything yet.
Dude, 18 is too many, I think, for an NBA game. I wouldn't lay 18. I actually think I'm looking at taking 18.
Yeah.
That's the biggest spread of the year.
Fucking Wiggins?
They're still NBA players. I mean,
yeah, but still,
look, they just won the other night, and everyone thought they were going to fall off a cliff.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. I mean, 18's a lot. It is the Bucks, but
yeah, I would not lay the 18. And in fact, when I looked at the board already today, the plus 18 was the first one that jumped out to me.
So they hung a line on Porzingis, and he didn't play 1 minute, Tyler?
Yeah, same with Embiid. I had Embiid over 23
get your
and a half
money?
points.
Did you get your money
they
back?
voided it before the game starts.
Yeah, I think you got to.
It just throws everything off, though. When you cap the game with that dude in it, and then 10 minutes before the game starts, he's out, kind of screws everything up.
It fucked your other bets up?
I won a couple, but Philly got blasted by like 40.
Yeah.
No one seen that coming until he said he was sitting down and not playing.
Why is this shit off the board then?
Even then, that team's good enough. They shouldn't have lost. That was just a bad effort.
Ben Simmons played the bitch he is.
Heather Lane.
You see Horford is having problems with his minutes there too, Tyler?
I hate that team. I hope that whole city just burns.
Oh, wow. Okay.
After Monday night's show, live line 191, 122. No, that's not I'm sorry, that is not. I got to add the new one. Hold on.
All I know is the NBA, if they're going to do this load managing thing, just do it how they were doing it at the beginning of the year. Announce that these guys are playing this game so everyone knows Don't do it 10
Right.
minutes before the fucking game starts.
And they because they're trying to get it in, in the gambling, and I think they want. Does the NHL have one with MGM already? I mean, they're trying to get straight
Michigan's
endorsements
driving,
straight to
guys.
the books.
Michigan's got some nice runs up the middle here.
That's some good coaching, huh, Ant?
Michigan.
Well, what I think is
Charbonnet's a bitch.
Well, Michigan's first. Okay, Mike. Okay, Max. I get it. People are bitches. But Michigan. Well, I think Michigan's problem with the first drive is they're trying to throw it deep, and right here it looks like they finally figured out that Alabama's sitting 5 out of their starting front 7.
After Monday, 194, 125, 106 and a half units, 60.8%. All right, good.
Yeah, so I'm like, Michigan should. It's one of the reasons why I like the Michigan team total. They should be able to drive. Oh, big play by Michigan here. All right, that's about a 25-yard gain. Michigan's now in the red zone, guys. It's just that one of the reasons why I like the Michigan team total over, and also one of the reasons why I like the full game over, was I thought Michigan should be able to get some points and move the ball against this Alabama defense with so many people in their starting front 7 out. Especially since Alabama's defense, even when they have all their starters in, is not the defense that we've seen from Alabama in years past. I mean, Alabama, it's still Alabama's defense, and they're still a great team, but they are still capable of giving up points to competent offenses, as they've shown all year.
Furman is up 31-18 right now. 5 minutes left, so the 10.5 is looking good right now. Let's go.
Are they all sitting for draft purposes? Or are they all hurt? What's going on there?
It's a combination of injuries and guys just sitting because, exactly that they're waiting for the NFL draft.
Minnesota just tied it up.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm thinking of, man, I don't know. Maybe they stay in the game. Maybe it's worth taking a shot on the money line.
I think they do, the way the line of scrimmage has been looking.
I see there are 3 English Premier League matches going on right now. Did you bet any of them, Matt?
I bet 2 out of the 3.
What'd you bet in the Chelsea game, you fucker?
I didn't bet the Chelsea game.
Good.
I didn't like
That's
the
why
number.
they didn't lose. Fucking thank God.
They drew.
They didn't lose.
Yeah, I didn't like the number.
They didn't lose. That's all that matters, okay? I'll take a draw, even against Brighton, because that's where my grandma lives, and I love Brighton. It's a great place.
Clint, you don't count.
Oh, okay.
Don't you live in Minnesota?
Oh, he's got the Gophers money line, yeah.
If you lived in Jersey, I might be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but I bet both the games that are on right now, Jay. I have Everton to score a goal, basically because their team goals was at a half. So I have Everton to score a decent amount of juice. And I took the under in the Crystal Palace game.
Fuck, man. I played some Dua Lipa in the cab that I was in last night, and the fucking driver didn't even know who Dua Lipa was. I almost didn't tip him because of it.
You want me to ruin your mood?
I'll be honest, Max. I couldn't tell you a Dua Lipa song, and I don't know what.
I don't even know
Wow,
who you're talking about.
Michigan. Big boy football, 10-yard run for a first down.
Yo,
Yeah,
fuck
I
you,
can
Michigan.
I can see the chirping's gonna get wild between Ant and Max
Wow,
today.
you better settle the fuck down with your
I'm not
fucking cheering fucking Michigan shit.
I'm cheering touchdowns, motherfucker.
No. You cheer touchdowns when fucking Michigan's up fucking 21-0. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. You run like a Big Ten pussy. Who are you, Haskins? Yeah, you fucking lick scrotum and you get fucking nothing for it. Okay? Get the fuck off.
Shaft. Yeah, I think it was Crystal Palace and Norwich. Is that who was playing? Yeah, I took an under one of those damn games. Yeah, it was Crystal touchdown Michigan. Let's get them points on the board.
I'll take it, but I don't like it.
Well, I need 2 touchdowns from Michigan in the first half, Max, and then Alabama could win 52-14. Okay.
Well, I need the first half over, so I need points, but I prefer them just to be Roll Tide Crimson.
I have the Michigan first half team total over, and then I had the full game over. So let's get 2 touchdowns in the first half, and then I don't care as long as
I'm calling
I get over
Homeland
59.
Security on Shea Patterson. That guy, He is a fucking human trafficker of fucking animals used.
Dirty Bird. Hold on. Dirty Bird says most delusional fans of college football, but I want him to specify who he's talking about because this is going to be a fun conversation. I love most delusional fan in college football conversations.
I am delusional. I don't give a fuck. Nick Saban is the best hater in college football. Go fuck yourself. How about
This
that?
is probably a loss on the record, but I'm going to take a flyer on the Minnesota money line plus 220.
Yep, I'm on it too.
What is the
if you watch, Auburn's got their touchdowns off a turnover and a kick return, and Minnesota's actually moving the ball on offense. Oh, did they get a first down there? I thought that was fourth down.
If you
4th and 7, they're going for it. They're going for it.
If you grab Michigan plus 16.5, that looks like a pretty good bet at the time being. But
I know. I wish
part
I
of the analysis, guys, of why I liked the over and the Michigan team total over was because I thought Michigan was going to be able to run the ball on this defense.
So what? You want a medal?
No, I'm just giving people people don't just like picks. They also like the analysis behind the pick.
Yeah, but the analysis is stupid. It's about Michigan doing good things. Why the fuck do I want to hear that? Why the hell do they want to hear that? They only want to hear about Alabama.
Oh my God.
Cater to the right audience, bud. Cater to the audience.
Well, cater to you because you're an Alabama homer like nobody's business.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Because
the guy in fucking Toronto is the biggest Alabama homer I've ever talked to. It's freaking ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I live in Canada.
That is kind of odd. How did this happen?
I live in a state that has its own fucking NCAA football team. And like I said, I'm not completely an Alabama fan. I'm a Nick Saban fan. Nick Saban's the coach of Alabama. If he was the coach of fucking Wisconsin tomorrow, I would be a Wisconsin fan. That is how I am. So,
Shaft says he thought Michigan would be able to pass against Bama. Not quite sure about the run.
Shaft, I hope that you fucking burn yourself.
Max doesn't want to hear this, but Alabama's defense has looked vulnerable.
They're shit. I know they're shit. I'm not going to say it out loud again, though.
I don't think their defense is shit.
They're shit. They're shit compared to what I've seen in my fucking last 12 years of fucking defense. Last 12 years of defenses compared to this year's defense.
Oh, there's a nice goal there for Manchester City.
Nah, I don't mind that.
Doesn't really mean a whole lot to me because I have Everton to score in this game.
Are they wearing baby blue?
Yeah, they're wearing the baby blue.
Okay, so that's why they're scoring goals.
Yeah, I will say this: like Man City's baby blues are pretty nice looking uniforms.
Yeah, they are. But
there's a big play here from Alabama. Let's go. Let's get some points, baby. Let's get some points.
We're on good. We're in a good pace right now.
Dave Betts is in the chat, Max. He's rooting for Michigan.
Dave, why don't you go have a date with your fucking training quarterback, okay?
I can tell you that training quarterback is going to ruin a lot of people's LSU tickets in a couple weeks.
I think that they beat.
They're going to beat LSU. They're going to beat them.
I'll be
Whoa. Let's back up. I like this hot take from Tyler, and I'm not going to let Tyler just throw out one sentence and then shut the fuck up. Tyler, give me your breakdown on this.
Well, you just threw me all off because you stopped me where I was going into it.
Well, Max started chirping, so I wanted to.
I was just going to talk over him.
Oh, okay, good. I was trying to get Max to shut up so you can start talking. So go ahead, Tyler.
How about you suck my hairy ass?
You trying to get somebody to shut up in this stream is laughable.
Well, I want to hear what Tyler has to say about this Clemson LSU game because I think a lot of heat for taking Clemson. Let's go.
Better coach, better quarterback. I mean, we all seen LSU last year. They weren't shit. They get a new offensive pass coordinator. All of a sudden, they can score. Give me 2 weeks. Give me Dabo. Give me Trevor Lawrence. I think Etienne, he controls the game, running it on the ground. They leave that offense on the sideline most of the game.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice.
They're going to play like Air Force. They're just going to run it down their throat.
I think I'm not sure who necessarily wins the game, but I think you're getting the number I got it at 6 is a lot of value grabbing Clemson.
I can tell you I'm so confident in Clemson against LSU, I'd be willing to flip that spread and take -6.5.
Dabo with 2 weeks to prepare is definitely a concern.
Ooh, you would flip
I would flip the spread and take Clemson -6.5.
Well, don't
No,
you
you
have
could.
access to
Sell
books
the
that'll let you
points.
do that? What
Well, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm saying once until it opens,
Yeah, you'll probably get really good odds on that.
That's what I'll
Probably
do.
plus 300.
Over $2 for sure.
Well, I mean, if the money line here, let me actually go ahead and look what the money line is now on that game.
Everybody forgets Burrow's.
I mean, you're getting
he's having a
almost
very,
$2.
very good year. He's
No,
not
you
all
couldn't
that
even
good.
get that on Bet365. I think you can only get 8 points in football on Bet365.
FanDuel, he'll be able to get it.
Their
So
list
the
is
money
like-
line as it stands currently is plus 190 on Michigan, on Clemson. So, I mean, if you sold points, you're going to get
11 points.
Yeah, if you sold 11 points to lay a touchdown with Clemson in this matchup, you're going to be getting like massive.
Maybe a nickel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a nickel, but yeah, it's definitely going to be because the money line itself is almost $2, which I think is.
I got another bold prediction for you, Ant. Trevor Lawrence isn't going to lose a college football game in his whole college career.
You think they win it next year too?
They're going to be better next year. Their recruiting class coming in this year is disgusting.
Yeah, but this year's recruiting class doesn't affect next.
Well, you're going to get all the red shirts that are
them.
coming off of last year's that are going to play this coming year. Because all those red shirts are going to have to go to those new guys. Yeah, I think they win it this year. They win it again next year. He goes to the NFL.
All right, so I have a question. I know Spread's been watching this game a little bit more closely than some of us have because we've been concentrating on the Michigan-Bama game. But what do you think of the total spread right now at 60.5 in Auburn and Minnesota?
I think that's a little low, but the scoring has been slowing down in the second half. But we got 20 points in the first quarter. Now, granted, that was off, the big kick return that might skew it. So
a kick return and a short field too. So that's my question.
Right, but the short field will probably happen again. I can imagine Auburn getting a turnover here. They shut them down pretty good on this last drive. I don't think the short field isn't going to happen. That could definitely happen again. Obviously, I don't think the kick return will happen again. I don't know. Actually, that number seems pretty good because they are slowing down. Minnesota's playing the ball pretty slow. They just got stopped here.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Don't you think? My question is, I'm kind of looking at a live under here because under was my look pregame, and now the total's about an entire touchdown higher than the close. So if I can take it, I'm buying a much better number here, taking the under. I mean, the question is, are they going to get 42 more points in this game? Are we going to see 6 touchdowns from here on out in 3 quarters? Are you going to get 2 touchdowns a quarter going the rest of the way? That seems kind of like a stretch to me, especially when you consider how the scoring happened in the first quarter. I mean, you have turnover luck in a kick team, but the offenses aren't exactly looking like they're clicking majorly. That's why I was kind of like looking here at this 60.5. Just seems like a good spot to grab a live under. What do you think, Jay? You think that's a good spot, or?
I don't know. What do you want to take the under?
Yeah. Well, I leaned under pregame, and now the total is a full touchdown and a half higher than the pregame closed. But we're just looking at a quarter where they scored 20 points, but half of those points scored in the quarter came off of a kick return and in a very short field because of a turnover.
I think if my Minnesota money line continues to be in play, it's going to be because that they run the ball and move the chains slowly.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the under here. I think this is the spot to grab it because it's going to keep going down and down. Oh, Man City with another goal, 2-0. Michigan, there we go. Big play by Michigan. Michigan's going down to the red zone again, guys.
What's to go up a touchdown?
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and take the live under in the Auburn game, though. I am too. I don't see it this might be the best number we can get all game if we want to bet the under. Like you said, Jay, Minnesota's going to keep running it probably, and they've been able to stop Auburn so far. I don't see how we're going to get over 60.5 points here unless you have a bunch of crazy turnover and special team shit going on. So that's the first live bet of the show, guys. Under 60.5.
All right,
Auburn,
guys, and
Minnesota.
if you're using offshores like me, you'll get a better price at Bovada. At Bovada, it's minus 105. At Bookmaker, it's minus 120.
There's been 2 live bets already, bro.
Oh,
What,
the
so
Minnesota
what
money line.
number? What number did you get?
Why do you guys have competing fucking plays on the show then? Jay, you're on Minnesota money line.
And you're taking
How is
all
under competing?
Oh,
I'm
the
taking
under?
the
I
under.
thought you guys were taking the fucking side.
No, I'm taking the
we're
under
taking under
60.5 at minus
See,
110.
I only hear about fucking 30% of what Ant says because half the time I just want to fucking rip out his throat when he talks about Alabama badly. But yeah.
Auburn under 63.5.
60.5.
Oh,
You're getting
60.
63.
No, I thought he said 60.
Yeah, no, it's 60.5.
At what juice? 105?
At Bovada, it's minus 105.
All right.
Bovada's a great book for sharp bettors. Holy crap. Like if you like unders and if you like to take dogs, man, I need to open up a Bovada.
Well, the Browns scheduled their first head coaching interview. Mike McCarthy.
Who is it? That's actually not as bad as people.
It's not a terrible.
Mike McCarthy. Yeah. Why am I blanking on who Mike McCarthy is? I know that
Green Bay's old coach.
Oh, Green Bay.
Coach the Packers.
The one Aaron Rodgers opened the door for and told him to get the fuck out.
Okay, thank you. I'm like, yeah, totally. I'm like, Mike McCarthy. Oh, Packers, Mike McCarthy. That's right.
Multiple teams are trying to interview Baylor's head coach, Matt Rule.
They said San Francisco's coaching staff is getting slaughtered this offseason with all the interviews, and them guys are probably going to end up with different jobs. The defensive coordinator will probably be gone.
Matt Rule has already said that he's turned down an interview with the Browns.
Yeah, but that's because he wants the Giants job, and that's what he's the front runner for.
Can we just get it over with, and can Jason Garrett go home? They are dragging this out.
Soulless is going to be there next year. You guys realize that?
They said he was collecting stuff from his office, and he was telling people, like, thanks for the time and all this shit.
Who reported it? Was it a white guy that wears glasses or a white guy that's bald?
No.
Which one? Who reported it?
ESPN.
Who's the first one? No, who at ESPN? There's lots of people at ESPN. See, I don't believe half the fucking people at ESPN. They don't know shit. There's one fucking girl that gets all the football fucking information right. I can't remember her fucking name.
We just had like a 3-minute review in this Michigan game to determine if it was an incomplete pass or a fumble, but it was a fumble that Michigan recovered in the first damn place. There's literally like almost no consequence to whether they overturned it and called it an incomplete pass or not, other than what, like 2 yards of position. I don't know.
Did they go to commercial?
No, it's the games that they're about to come. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. They put a bunch of time back on the clock. I stand corrected. It's 2nd and 10 Michigan now on the 20. I would really like a touchdown here. Get my first bet that I made on this game booked. He had a broken play. He ran for about a 1-yard gain. So we're going to have a 3rd down here for Michigan. I would.
Big 4th down stop here.
Did Minnesota stop them? I mean, because I'm streaming the Minnesota game, so I'm a little bit more behind. So I got to rely on you guys.
I don't know. I'm streaming it too. I'm not sure, but it's 4th and 3.
Oh, okay. And
I don't know. Do I take Furman second half -4? That's the question for me.
Oh, they punted.
Michigan to the end zone, overthrew. Michigan's going to kick a field goal now. He was open, but the receiver just wasn't fast enough to get to the ball.
Alrighty.
I don't know, guys. Watching this first quarter, Michigan's actually playing better than I thought they would. I thought Alabama could still blow them away, but I thought Michigan would be able to put up points, which they have. But I'm surprised that they've been able to hang with Alabama. I don't see this so far. Field goal is good. 10-7, Michigan.
And
All right.
what's the first half total that you guys have?
I have the team total over 10.5 for the Wolverines, and I have the over 59 full game.
Didn't somebody have the first half over?
Max does. I think Max probably got it like 29 or something like that.
Yeah, I got 29.
I think you're going to get there, Max. You're going to see 2 touchdowns in this second quarter.
I also have Baylor. You guys like that play?
I like Baylor today.
I like Baylor too, but unfortunately, the lines dropped down to 4. It was at 5.
It was at 7.
It was at 7. Oh wow!
Yeah,
a lot
but
of people
then
coming on Baylor.
Georgia started sitting starters.
Yeah, but if you think that Baylor's going to win the game, then the number really doesn't matter if you're betting the money line.
I do think they're going to win the game. Yeah,
That's what I thought also.
I don't know if they win the game or not, but I definitely wouldn't be shocked if they did. I mean,
You've been pretty low on Baylor the whole year, though.
Yeah, but I've been low on Georgia too. And by
Well,
low on Baylor, I mean I've been low on Baylor in terms of are they a top 10 type team? You know, like Baylor's a top 20 team, so Baylor's been a good team. But you know, the only time we've really talked about Baylor was when they played Oklahoma. And I thought Oklahoma's offense was substantially better than what Baylor would be able to put out there. So I thought Oklahoma was a substantially better team than Baylor. But that didn't mean I didn't think Baylor was like a top 15-ish to top 20 material. But turned out I probably had Oklahoma a little bit overrated. But I'm not high on Georgia at all this year. I mean, it's hard for me to be high on a team that lost outright at home against South Carolina. And then, you know, Georgia got blown away by LSU also. So, I don't know. I like the under in this game, but I can't bet an under 41.5, especially with how many people are sitting on Georgia. So I don't know how great Georgia's defense is going to be compared to how they've looked the rest of the season when they're sitting out all these starters. I wouldn't tell anyone not to bet a Baylor money line. I mean, if you're getting a good number on that underdog price.
If someone bets a 24.99 unit play, you're getting fucking blocked. You're getting fucking blocked so fast. Wow.
Hold on.
Fucking retards.
If someone bets a what?
Some fucking dude just popped up on my feed with a 25 unit play that he lost, and then he's like, I still somehow made a profit. Well, I'm sorry. If your 25 units are $25, then yes, that's possible. But if you're actually playing for an amount that you can live off, then that's fucking just that's Stugotz, bro. Some Fugazi Stugatz shit right there. Or no, Stugotz Fugazi type shit. I'm trying to summon my inner Italian, but it's not working today.
Some people in the chat, Rick Castillo and Omega Cap are both like the Baylor team total over. That's probably not a bad look. I'm looking at 17.5 though. Is Baylor getting to 20? Yeah, I could see Baylor getting to 20. 23-20 type final in this game is definitely something I can see. What about the Georgia team total at 23.5? Can Baylor stop Georgia enough to keep them under 23.5 points? All right, we do have some good news. The live total has now dropped to 57.5. So hopefully my assertion that 16.5 was going to be the highest number we see the whole game. So let's take the under now was correct. Let's just hope this maintains. Shaft
Is assertion a word?
Ascertain?
Ascertain.
Yeah, I don't think assertion's a word.
Assertion. It's how you
Yeah,
pronounce
that would be right
assertion.
one. There you go.
So we got a writer here. Fucking don't be correcting my English spread. Don't you dare be correcting.
Yeah.
I'll make
I
up
will.
words if I want. I'll make up words if I want. I'll just put it on
Okay.
Wikipedia and then they'll be real.
We have some questions about the Oregon-Wisconsin game, and my opinion on the Oregon-Wisconsin game is anything can happen. It's really hard for me to have an opinion on this. It's really hard for me to have an opinion on this Oregon-Wisconsin game because I would not be. It's weird. I would not be shocked if either team wins the game 34-10. Does that sound kind of strange that I think either team could win 34-10 and I wouldn't be shocked? That's my opinion on this Oregon-Wisconsin game. I think both teams are really good. I had Oregon I was a little bit higher on Oregon than some people on this stream were throughout the year. But
Justin Herbert's a cuck.
But I mean, we're trying to compare two teams that played weak. I mean, Wisconsin played a terrible non-conference schedule, and Oregon played a terrible conference schedule because we all know that the Pac-12 has been kind of weak this year. So,
it's been weak every year, though.
Not every year.
When has it actually last been strong? It feels like it's been like 10 years.
What are we talking about? The Pac-12?
So yeah, the Pac-12's been strong. The Pac-12 had some strong teams. I mean, the Pac-12's had some strong teams in it. Yeah, I mean, the Pac-12 has some strong teams in it. I think the Pac-12 sucks is a narrative that you hear every single year, but doesn't necessarily mean it's the correct narrative every year. But this year, the Pac-12 sucking is a correct narrative. Yeah,
they're
not that good.
They're 3-20 in bowl games for a reason,
and they're also bad for your bankroll during the whole season.
Didn't they win one yesterday? They're up to 4.
Are they?
Who
Tyler,
won? Arizona State won.
Did you bet the Oregon-Wisconsin game, T?
Not yet.
Yeah! Everton, go! Yes!
I think
I was wondering what you're screaming about. I was watching football and like nothing's exciting happening.
I'm taking Wisconsin.
Oh, I had Everton total over a half a goal. They got there. I had
It sucks going against the Pac-12, but we got to make money off it. No heart here.
Yeah, back to the Pac-12. Yeah, the Pac-12. Like I was saying, it's hard to really determine which one of these two teams, Oregon and Wisconsin, are going to come out and win this game. Because I think, Wisconsin's data, when you look at Wisconsin's data points, all right, you don't have any valid data points in the non-conference schedule. And then in their conference schedule, they played in the weakest half of the Big Ten. The division that my beloved Cornhuskers play in is a very weak division of in the Power 5 conferences. They're one of the weakest divisions. And then when you look at their data points against the tougher teams, they lost to Ohio State twice. They got shit canned by Ohio State in the first game. And then when Ohio State finally woke up and decided to play in the second half of the Pac,
Ohio State would beat every team in the country.
Yeah, why are we even comparing Oregon
except Clemson?
No, but I'm just saying, like, these are the data points we're looking at here when we want to compare Wisconsin and Oregon.
Right,
and Oregon doesn't have any really good data points.
Oregon has maybe 2 of the 22 that can maybe make the starting team, maybe 2.
Yeah, but what I want to say though is like what I'm saying, like when you're looking at their data points against tough teams, you don't really have that many data points between these two teams against really tough competition because Wisconsin.
I've been watching these Big Ten offensive lines just line up and run over these other conferences.
I think the offensive and defensive line for Wisconsin are just so much better than Oregon's 2 lines. I think that's where.
So you're saying you want to take Wisconsin in this game?
Yeah, I'm going to bet Wisconsin. Yeah,
because my opinion on Oregon is they're the best team in the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 is shit. So
you're not going to get any argument there, right? I mean,
I'm willing
to make an argument for Utah, but
I'm willing to take the chance that Wisconsin's more than a field goal better than Oregon.
I agree with you. I think you just, especially watching these big boys from Minnesota just run over Auburn.
Yeah, I want to bet the game live because I'm just not quite sure what we're going to see in the game. Like I said, I wouldn't be shocked if Wisconsin blows them out, but I wouldn't be shocked if Oregon comes out and and puts up the number 2.
Oh shit! Was Minnesota's winning?
It's under
yeah.
review right now, but yeah.
Is
Dude,
it?
these guys? They're
Did you
just
see
running down the
Did you
field.
see the play spread? Is it a touchdown?
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
No.
It's real close.
No, it won't. It'll be like a 1-inch line, probably.
It'll be on the 1 yard. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I mean, so even if it's not a touchdown, I
Um,
mean, they're going to have the ball on the 1-inch line. Oh man, I'm still feeling high about that Everton goal. I'm so excited. Oh, whew, boy, I'm doing good in the Premier League today, man. I'm crushing it. I'm very excited about that. I had the Leicester game twice. I had Leicester, Newcastle over 2.5, and I had the Leicester team goals over 1.5, and Leicester won the game 3-0. So that was fun for me. And I haven't seen the score in the Crystal Palace game lately, but I had the under, and I'm hoping that's winning. It was 1-0 left.
Well, I'm on that money line with you, Clint. Let's get that.
Hey,
fucking...
RKE says Wisconsin O-line is so good. Biastis should have been a Heisman finalist. He was the best college O-lineman, and is the reason that Taylor is good. Yeah, I mean, what's Oregon done to prepare themselves for these?
They
guys?
have a top 5 probably defensive front seven in the nation.
Yeah, I should say it, but the poor Pac-12 is going to get bullied here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I wouldn't be shocked if Wisconsin comes out and kicks them in the mouth. But at the same time, I think Oregon's very, very good. So I don't have enough of an opinion on either side to really bet the game until we start watching it live.
I definitely think they're good.
Who, Oregon or Wisconsin?
Oregon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, they're good. They're good at the skill positions. I just think they're going to get beat up front in the trenches on both sides of the line.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see if they can give Herbert time. If they give him time, he can work. But I wouldn't be surprised if Wisconsin just blew up their offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't really say counter argument to that because I
don't know if Oregon could beat Minnesota and Iowa. Could they? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they can. Iowa definitely. I think Oregon definitely could beat Iowa. But
what about Michigan?
Michigan, what right now? How they look? The Big Ten's looking good. I think
it probably will be competitive. I think it'll probably be competitive, and I think Wisconsin maybe pulls a little margin in the second half. Maybe wins the game like by 10 to 13 points. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think either team is going to blow out either team. But I think that they can win the game by between 10 and 14 points. I could be wrong.
Minnesota is going to get got the touchdown.
You get that touchdown, Minnesota.
If we're reviewing this again, God, they should just make a call and stick with it. You know, when you're younger and like they have TV, you know, they should just review these. And now they have review. I'd rather them just get it wrong.
I love the PJ Fleck kid.
Perfect Rotation says if Oregon was getting +7 at Michigan, he would take it.
All right. Going into this game, before this game started, if I was going to tell you that Michigan is bullying this Alabama defense and running it right down their throat like they're just a bunch of bitches.
Are they playing everybody? Is everybody in the game for Alabama except the quarterback?
That's the thing, though.
Gone, right?
Everybody was betting Alabama despite the fact that Alabama was missing half their starting defense.
Oh, half their starting defense, huh?
Half their starting defense is not in this game, but yet everyone was still stuck in Alabama's pick on Twitter, and the line still moved from 7 to 8. And that's why I was dumbfounded. I mean, I didn't bet on Michigan or Bama. I liked the overs, and that was one of the reasons why I liked the overs is because Alabama. I didn't trust Alabama's defense in this game.
Who else is on the full game over besides Tyler? Did you bet the full game over?
I did not.
I didn't either.
I mean, Michigan's offensive line is bullying Bama's front seven right now.
What was the line that you got?
I got it at 59. Apparently a lot of other people were with me because the line literally moved like 3 points in the 2 hours before the kickoff. I mean, it went up to like 62, I think is what the total closed at.
Tyler, are you writing in that notebook right now?
I'm going over the NBA games.
Oh yeah.
I'm at least trying to. FanDuel's having a fucking spaz attack right now.
How many games are there tonight?
4.
Well, aren't they open in new states today?
Oh, is that true?
Another
So aren't
first
they
down
getting
for
a
Michigan.
huge influx of users signing up and everything?
Oh, really?
Well, they better fucking fix their
Someone in the
shit.
chat said, I think New Hampshire. Someone in the chat said FanDuel was legal in
That
New
little ass
Hampshire
state
so
doesn't.
far.
They better get their own fucking sports book. They're fucking everything up.
But there is no touchdowns, 3rd and goal. Okay.
By the way, I still haven't gotten a email response from FanDuel yet, T.
It's because FanDuel's telling you to suck their dick, and you just need to like accept
I've
it.
had to re-download the geolocation about 14 times.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
I'm ready to fucking give up on this company.
That happens to me sometimes too, man.
I went through my downloads on my computer. The only thing I downloaded on this entire computer was fucking geolocations. Over and over and over again.
Are they going for it here?
Well, I hope they
Minnesota
go for it
here?
and missed it. I mean, is it 4th down?
4th and goal.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. Don't you fuck me.
Well, I'm on the under, so why don't we just let them kick a field goal?
Because I want to win my plus 220 money line.
I want you to win that money line too. If they kick a field goal, they're up 13-10. And it's less points.
Sumner says your new name is Babyface Killer, Tyler.
I'm about to kill somebody. I swear to God.
Fired up Tyler's getting good approval ratings.
Another first down for Michigan.
Did you open up a DraftKings account yet, T?
Yeah.
What about Sugar House?
I have one of those already.
Do you like Sugar House?
It's the same thing as Rivers Casino. I hate Rivers Casino, so I hate them too.
No live player prop options?
No, I don't think so. I think anyone's got that's FanDuel.
Yeah, so far.
Kind of looking at the chat here. RB Fern. Okay, I'm going to read RB Fern's comment because he usually brings some pretty good knowledge. Oregon defense is solid. Wisconsin is a one-dimensional team to prep for, and this is not a mismatch from a talent standpoint. Sure, Pac-12 is a weaker conference, but Oregon is littered with talent. Be careful. I cannot disagree with that comment there, RB. I do kind of, like I said, I think I just don't have a good feel on this game pregame, the Rose Bowl. I want to bet it live and see what happens because I literally would not be shocked if either team just wins in a rout.
I wouldn't bet $5,000 on the game, but I think I think it's worth betting a unit. Touchdown. You go ahead, Minnesota.
Is it for real this time?
I think so, yeah.
All right, well, good for them.
What was the total in that game? The pregame close.
Like 52. Wow, big play for Michigan, moving the chains. This is a kind of a long drive. They've just been eating up yards. They had a 2nd and long, and they just got a first down. Some Michigan get into field goal range here. They can get me my first bet on this game if they can hit the field goal.
If Harbaugh beats this team, that'll give them some breathing room.
Yeah, but you already know my opinion on the whole Michigan wanting to fire Michigan.
Yeah, but the entire state of fucking Michigan and all the Michigan alums that you see making videos online, they fucking hate the guy. But I think if they beat Alabama handily, that'll give them some breathing room.
I mean, I agree with you. Well, hold on. I understand that they all hate the guy, but my opinion is they're all fucking idiots.
I can't lie. I love the fucking Dave Portnoy rants about Harbaugh. His videos that he makes about this Michigan football team are fucking funny, man.
I haven't watched those, but hey, could you tell me though? Because I really don't know what your opinion. I know what you say Michigan fans say, but what's your opinion on my take?
I understand that. Who are they? The whole who are they going to get? Like, are you going to get somebody in there that's better than Harbaugh? I don't know. Maybe not. maybe not. But I do think, they just have to beat Ohio State once in a while.
My opinion on, I understand why we would say they have to beat Ohio State once in a while. But you're looking at an Ohio State team that's in the best run that Ohio State's ever had in the history of the Ohio State program. Because Ohio State was, a pretty, Ohio State was on the same level as Michigan for 50 years. But Ohio State in the last 20 years is not the Ohio State from before. Ohio State in the last 20 years is, is the epitome of college football. They're up there
Didn't
with
they win
Bama.
Didn't they win some national championships though under that guy, that famous head coach?
They might have. I mean, you're talking about national titles from the 70s. I mean, I don't fucking know. You have to Google that shit. But the Ohio State yeah, seriously, you would. I don't fucking know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they probably did, But then again, I mean, almost back before they consolidated the national titles with the AP and coaches poll, and then just went with the BCS title and now the playoff. I mean, there was some seasons where like 5 teams claimed the national title.
They should have won one the year that.
The Sporting News Review said we were the number 1 team, so we'll claim the national title. Like SMU fucking claims the national championship in 1980 because some random fucking publication ranked them number 1 at the end of the season.
They should have had one against that Miami team and when they had Maurice Claret.
They did
as a freshman. Oh yeah,
they
did.
They beat that Miami team in like 3 overtimes or whatever it was. Yeah, but my point is kind of. I mean, I don't know how people can counteract my point when I'm talking about the fact that Michigan's always been a. There it is. Michigan team total over 10.5 first half. Boom, boom, boom.
Coco Bongo says I play the Jeopardy music in my head when rants start.
But I mean, it's just
this is the second one on the same topic, bro.
But look at my shirt, right?
Yeah.
Look at my shirt. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I mean, it's coming from a fan of a team who fired a 10-win coach back in like 2003 because, his wins weren't convincing enough. They fired a 9-10-win coach, and then they've never been the same. They replaced him with a garbage coach. And then they brought in after they replaced that garbage coach with who shall not be named. They replaced him with Bo
when
Pelini.
I was a young kid, man, Nebraska college football was like the gold standard.
Yeah. They replaced Callahan with Bo Pelini, right? All Bo Pelini did was win 9 games every single season. It might be kind of shocking for some people to think of this, but from like 2008 to 2014 or whatever it was, Nebraska was one of like only 4 teams to win 9 games every year. Like, that's all Bo Pelini did. He was very consistent. He was 8-4, 9-4, 9-3 every single year. That wasn't good enough, though. So Nebraska fired him. And what did they get in return? Some fucking cocksucker from Oregon State who couldn't fucking coach his ass from a hole in the ground. And now we got Scott Frost. But that's my point is we fired 2 10 and 9-win coaches in the last 20 years, my program. And they replaced it with dog shit, and the program is right now in the doldrums. So Michigan, that's what you want to do, Michigan fans? You want to fire a 9-10-win coach? Because remember who you had before him. Fucking dog shit.
Hey, Ant, who's your favorite Nebraska running back of all time?
Rex Burkhead.
Oh, okay. More than Lawrence Phillips, huh?
I mean, Lawrence Phillips was a good running back, but he was even better at beating women and committing crimes.
Schaff says that Bill Callahan is the best coach Nebraska ever had.
God. Let's not go there. God, let's not go there.
DeAndre says Auburn's disappointing. Sumner says, told you it's going to slow down. It is. Schaff says it's time to hedge out of our Bama bets. I don't think it is. What do you guys think?
He had Bama -7.5 or -8. It's definitely not looking good.
There's a full slate of college basketball today, huh?
Max, that's your cue.
Oh, wait.
Max. Okay, we'll get him back in a couple minutes.
Oh, we already have a goal in this Winter Classic game. That's not good. I forgot the game
That's
started.
horrible.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's not what we want. I had the first period under 1.5 also, so let's see some good defense going on here.
Champ Nelson says GBR.
Go Big Red.
What station is this this cool little hockey game on? Maybe I'll
NBC.
take a gander.
NBC, just regular old NBC.
All right, I'll have no idea what I'm watching though. So
Adam UES says throw some ideas about Bama team total over 33.5. At this current, before the game, I would say I liked it, but actually watching the game, I don't like it. Michigan is still an underdog to win, though, on the live lines. You can get Michigan at plus 110. Bama's still laying almost $1.50.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Right now.
am not confident in my position on the pregame over. It is all the way down to 57.5. I need Bama to get a freaking touchdown. The problem is Bama's only touchdown was on an 85-yard pass play, a busted coverage.
I would still make them the favorite to win this game right now, as early as it is.
Oh, Bama to win?
Yeah.
I mean, favorite enough to lay $1.50 on them?
I wouldn't do it, but
yeah,
I think
because the books are saying they're a favorite still. I don't know. Watching the game, what has Bama really shown on offense or defense that makes you think that they're really come to play?
Right now, not much, but they could turn it on like a switch, I'm sure, at any time.
Well, I hope so. Oh,
dude, I think this under's toast. They scored 2 goals already.
Oh, they scored 2 goals already?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ah, shit, yeah.
Did we get screwed by the power play there? See, this is where I'm not really that knowledgeable.
Yeah, Nashville's on a power play.
So should it slow down now that it's over? Or are we just screwed?
I mean, I've seen teams I've seen unders hit with it being 2-0 in the first period before.
Okay.
I mean, my first period under is definitely already toast, but I can still hold on.
Flash isn't here to help me keep the faith. I'll rely on you, Amp. Let's see what's going on in the chat. They said Max lost his spirit, but then no, Dale says Max is just fully invested in the Furman VMI. Judy killing it. Don't like that. I got it early this morning. Line moved a lot, says Rye.
Gap wants to know what's the bet in the NHL game? A loser. That's what the bet in the NHL game is.
Yeah, we took the over.
Oh, no, Bama going for it. That is pass interference. Give Bama a first down there, big boys. Let's go. Bama went for a big play there, and the Michigan defender completely mugged their receiver. We got a nice little 15-yard pass interference call.
Hey, I just want to point out when we're talking about those old quarterbacks and those old wide receivers, like in the 70s, that was like a perfectly fine play.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, that was like Lynn Swan had to just like work through that stuff and make receptions anyways.
You know, I used to back in like the early 2000s, you know, I'd watch those old NFL films of like the old Super Bowls and stuff from the 70s.
Yeah.
And it was kind of crazy, like the stuff they would get away with.
Well, that's why you just had to run the ball, because you had to get wide open to make a catch.
Yeah, and despite how hard it was to throw the ball back then, Joe Namath still had terrible passing numbers.
Oh, that's who we were talking about.
Even by the standards of that day, Joe Namath was still a very below average quarterback. He just happened to wear a fur coat and play in New York
and guarantee the biggest victory of the merger. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's a Hall of Famer because, you know, he wore a fur coat and guaranteed a victory in a game that a lot of people think might have been rigged.
No.
Mac Jones looks like shit today.
I need a touchdown here to keep this over alive. I mean, I got the Michigan team pullover that I wanted, but I want to win all my bets, especially since I just
So Auburn's going for it on a 4th down here. They've got pressure. He eludes it, rolls out. Oh, he's wide open. Wow. That sucked. That sucked really bad. Good play by the quarterback, though. He bought time, and this guy was wide open in the middle of that zone.
Yeah, touchdown Auburn.
You're a Minnesota defensive coordinator. You got to be sick there. How you let that guy get that wide open on 4th down?
And
Adam says you are wrong on Broadway Joe, but we won't go into that. I think we already got it.
My opinion on Broadway Joe is based solely on his numbers.
Yeah, we'll have to get you watching some of that old film there.
I mean, you compare his numbers to other quarterbacks of the day, he's still below average.
Max really isn't paying attention to us because you're out here slandering. You're out here slandering one of the greatest Alabama quarterbacks ever, and he's not even jumping in.
Who? Broadway Joe was a Bama quarterback?
Yeah, wasn't he?
Of course he was.
Say, of course he was. Like, I should know who some guy's been retired.
You talk about the guy like he's your fucking uncle. He makes topic of conversation once every 3 shows.
I talk about him to troll you because you have a massive boner for him. Because he's the guy who brought your team a Super Bowl, so you love Joe Namath. So I talk shit about him to troll you.
Yeah, he was an Alabama quarterback.
Speaking of Bama, is Bama going to get a touchdown here, please? Can we get a 14-13 game?
Coco Bongo said the secondary was having a tea party. Yeah, that sucks. Roughing, yeah, I know. That was a pretty BS call, but it helps Bama backers. No, we're not answering that question, Chef. And, yeah, I guess we're on for all 4 wild card games. Overtime says awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think either a half an hour or an hour before the first game starts. Might be a half an hour. I'm not sure. I have to check. Come on, perfect rotation.
Minnesota just destroying Bama.
You think we're not going to be on during the NFL playoff games? You're better than that.
Dirty Bird, did we get a third? I changed it already. My hockey viewing for the year was about 2 minutes, and I was like, all right, I'm over this.
You don't bet hockey ever? No, it's still 2-0.
That was like the first game I ever bet, and that wasn't. It's not a good start, and
I think this is my second NHL bet of the year. I think Max and I bet a hockey game one night.
Oh, I bet hockey every now and again. I like hockey. Hockey's a good sport to bet, especially if I don't handicap it at all, but if you got some guys who are really good at running hockey models, hockey can be a very profitable sport to bet if you know who to tail and who's got good models to run.
Tyler, did you bet any NFL wild card weekend games yet?
Not yet. We'll probably go over them tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I haven't either.
I'll be on the Patriots because everyone and their mother thinks they're going to lose in the wild card. I think they bitch slap Tennessee and then go get beat by the Chiefs.
I think that they obviously deserve to be the favorite. I do think that Tennessee might be live though in the game. I think they probably win the game though, and then lose in the next round.
I think Houston beats Buffalo.
Would it shock you though if the Titans won that game the way that Patriots offensive has looked all year.
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it happens.
I think you're probably right.
I don't see Tannehill going into Foxborough and beating them guys. They know Derrick Henry's going to want to run the ball. They'll take that out of the game, and then it's going to be like, all right, Tannehill, try and throw on the secondary.
I just don't know how overrated that Patriots defense is because of the schedule.
I think the Vikings get blasted by the Saints.
Oh, I think the Vikings are going to get dick stomped, bro.
And I think the Seahawks beat the Eagles. But
I agree. I agree with all that. But I do think that 3 out of the 4 games, it wouldn't shock me if the dog won. I definitely wouldn't shock me if Buffalo won. And I think I would be surprised if the Eagles won with the fucking practice squad
behind fucking.
Right. But in fairness, there are a lot of guys on Seattle that are hurt. You know what I mean?
Seattle's only -1.5.
But they are the better football team. I do think.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So you're saying that Seattle -1.5, you take Seattle? Is that a play? Oh, wait a minute. We got touchdown, roll tide. Let's get them points, baby.
Close. I don't know what I'm gonna. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I think Houston wins the game, but Buffalo's defense should be respected.
The thing that worries me is how much Buffalo is going to be in the backfield and all.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Watson.
I expect a better reaction from you, Maxwell. Has the sugar high ran off?
Yeah, Max, what are you so down about?
The Redskins
I'm
hired
focused
Jack
on the
Correa.
VMI Furman game, which I have a lot more money on, and that's what I care about.
How's it going?
The second half is looking good. The full game's looking good, and the over's looking okay. But that all can change in the blink of an eye. So.
Yeah, basketball's a cruel mistress.
All right, so just
she's a cruel mistress. You fucking don't pay her bills and tell her that you are paying her bills. Then she ends up getting evicted. Her car fucking seized.
I think that Houston needs Will Fuller to play, though. T.
I'm not sure if he is or not.
And have we heard about that yet?
Not yet.
Overtime's got to play. He's got Alex Classic. Both teams to score and over 2.5 in the Arsenal Man U matchup. You get that overtime. Actually, I think I kind of want to watch that game, Arsenal Man U.
Dave's on Manchester United money line plus 165.
What happened to the Norwich game that I bet? Oh, good. The Norwich Newcastle or the Norwich Crystal Palace on one. All right. Yes.
They spread the first quarter spread in the Milwaukee Minnesota game is 6.5.
Is that excessive?
That's really excessive for the first quarter.
I've never seen that. Most I've ever seen is like a 4.5.
Yeah, that's like a 4.5.
Maybe a
big.
5.
So
I think Will Fuller spread was saying on one of the odds market NFL shows how bad Deshaun Watson's quarterback rating drops when Will Fuller's not in the game. So that's concerning if he's not going to play that game. I think that's
Norm L says Trey White's going to shut down Hopkins. That's a tough ass to shut down DeAndre Hopkins. Norm L says the Gophers' offense looks unstoppable.
That's what I want to hear.
Ryan Cape's on the Philadelphia money line, but remember he lives in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I bet you
Ron
Prince
Austin says I'm sure not going to fade the Pats until they lose the playoff game.
Prince of the City has probably got a huge bet on Seattle. And he I think he's an Eagles fan too. Yeah, I get it, Ron. I get it. But God, I really think that team has officially jumped the shark.
What's your
Jordan Lyons literally has 10 3-point makes tonight for fucking Furman. This game's going over. It's at 1:30 right now, so 6 minutes left. It's going over. But
that sounds like a lot of threes.
30 points from
this
behind
guy
that
is
line.
just so cold-blooded. He's just talking to the guy that's defending him. I can't remember his name, and he's just like, "I'm gonna make another."
He's in that fucking groove where the rim looks like it's 4 feet wide every time you throw it at the hoop.
Yeah.
It goes
He's
right
throwing
in.
it into a fucking swimming pool, bro. It's a fucking 20-point game. So, see if it carries on for the next 6 minutes. So.
Oh wow, what a catch in that Minnesota game. Jesus Christ. Is he out of bounds though?
Yeah, that's what they're reviewing right now. The amount of reviews in these games have been just crazy.
I fucking hate instant replay. What the fuck was I thinking betting a hockey game?
What's the score now?
I don't even know.
Here, I'll look.
Even if I win, what the fuck was I thinking?
2-0.
How many basketball games are live right now, Max?
Oh.
1, but there's 4 games that start at 3 o'clock.
I'm trying to figure out why FanDuel doesn't have any live basketball. I guess that's why. Alabama's still minus 250 to win this game. $205 now. It's just so John Harbaugh to get beat by Alabama in this game.
Jim John's over there killing it in Baltimore.
So what's everyone's Super Bowl predictions?
Saints, Baltimore.
Give me
Yeah,
Saints,
it's
Chiefs.
pretty. Chiefs, huh?
I think Mahomes goes into Baltimore and just airs it out, and they beat them. That team's finally got a defense that's clicking right now.
Yeah, Ant looks like it's starting to. Oh, Ant left. I was gonna say it's starting not to be a public bettors day. These unders look like they might be going to die. We already got 41 in Minnesota Auburn.
I don't think a single one of these bowl games has went under.
41 already in the Minnesota Auburn game in the first half.
Yeah.
Jeez. You could still get Minnesota right now at plus money on the money line, up a touchdown, plus 108. How do you not?
Good.
How do you not take
I think
the
I'm gonna
shot?
double down. I grabbed the plus 220, but this with what we've seen so far, right? The plus 108 has value.
I grabbed the plus 222. I'm thinking.
I'm almost thinking of doubling back down.
Me too. The last time the Chiefs played a good offense, they gave up 35. That's probably true, but
I don't expect them to shut Baltimore out. It's going to be a shootout, but I think if anybody's going to beat them in the AFC, it's them.
They're capable of scoring 35 too, though. On
exactly,
anybody,
it's just going to turn. It's just going to turn into that game's going to be like 42-40. It's going to be like the Patriots-Chiefs AFC Championship game last year.
In fairness, the Chiefs did beat Baltimore this year, but everybody that's back in Baltimore says, yeah, but it was week 3, which is a fair point. They're a different team than they were in week 3. I just think, I wonder what, how you could bet the exact matchups.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna throw a little money on the Saints Baltimore. I wonder, that's probably not paying that much, right? What do you think the favorite
plus 200. Probably
what's
plus 200.
What's the favorite matchup you think? Baltimore.
That has to be it, right? It should.
San Fran, Baltimore.
Yeah, it's got to be Baltimore.
Really?
Yeah,
it's gonna be San Fran, Baltimore because it's gonna be both 1 seeds.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know. I kind of like the Saints in a rematch. The 49ers have been getting a lot of injuries.
I still don't trust that team.
That could be the best game if they play each other. in like the NFC Championship game, that could be the best game of the playoffs.
Like we can have the same talk in a month, and I would still say I don't trust the 49ers, and they could be like getting ready to play in the Super Bowl. I still don't trust this team.
I mean, they're really good, T.
I don't trust that fucking quarterback.
Can
You don't
somebody,
like Jimmy G, huh?
No, fraud.
Can somebody please explain? Can someone please
Why?
explain?
Why?
Hold on, wait a
Why?
minute.
Are we in
What
field
do
goal
you think
range
so
yet?
bad besides like win every game?
He said fraud. Just so matter of fact.
What did he do? Why?
fucked too many Instagram
he
models.
wins almost every game he starts. Well, yeah, no. If I was his like girlfriend, I wouldn't trust
Max,
him. But
you're
I mean,
hating,
I don't see why he wouldn't
you
trust him on
are
a
hating
football
on
field.
somebody for fucking Instagram models?
Well, yeah, obviously I'm hating on him because I'm not fucking them. Why wouldn't I hate on Jimmy G?
I would think Jimmy G has the lifestyle that you fucking dream about at night.
I dream about it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I like him because he has and I don't. He's tall. He's good looking. He's an NFL quarterback. He bangs Instagram models. Like, unless he wants to hire me as his, like, chaperone for these events, well, fuck him.
Like to fuck the B team, like the girls that he just can't be.
Bro. I'll fuck the D team. As long as we're skinny, it's all good.
Can someone explain to me, having watched this game, how is there 41 points in the first half of this Minnesota game?
That Minnesota offense looks
Because
like unstoppable right now.
Mr. Barlow World, Tyler and I are going over NBA right now, and he's going to have to give me a convincing argument on why I shouldn't take the 18 with the Timberwolves. That seems too much for an NBA game, but we got some time for that.
I think I'll be on that 18, but I think I'll be on the Bucks first half minus the 10.5. I feel like it's going to be one of them games where they're going to be up like 30 at halftime, and then Giannis and them guys are just going to go sit down.
Are you taking the dog in that first quarter with all those points?
I ain't even touching that first quarter.
The 49ers have no receivers. Emmanuel Sanders and Deebo Samuel are good, bro. I think that's strong. I think that's strong. Plus, they have the best tight end in football.
Dave Betts wants to know what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Blue Moon that's from a sampler pack. It's some weird flavor of Blue Moon. I'm not.
You already started today, Ant? What time is it there?
I'm going to say that this is Ant's
I guess
third
it's the
beer.
afternoon.
This is probably the third
What
beer.
time did you start drinking today, Ant?
I woke up and I had a fully poured out beer on my nightstand that I poured out the night before. I like literally fell asleep before I could drink it. So it was warm and flat, but I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste beer. So when I first woke up, I just slammed a warm, flat
No
beer.
way.
Yep. But then I stopped drinking.
Well,
I went to coffee.
Since you won't pay for cable,
you drank a
respect that.
fucking warm piss flat beer to start the day off.
Yeah, because I'm like, what am I going to do? Throw
That's
away
how
beer?
you started your new year? Yeah.
Yep. I
When
slammed
it's
it in
warm
like
and
5
flat,
seconds.
yeah.
Oh, Max needs this field goal right here to cash the first half over.
Yeah.
They have 27. This will make 30. 3
It's a
seconds left.
57-yarder. He's not hitting that.
Oh, is it?
He's a fucking mutt. He's not hitting that.
$5 it doesn't make it, dude.
I
But
didn't
in
see
my
the yard.
But in my defense, guys, this is my first beer since then. I just woke up and I saw that I still had the beer that I poured out the previous night. I'm like, oh, I fell asleep before I drank that. I'm like, well, I'm
That's
not
how
gonna...
you start a new year off, huh?
What was I going
Yeah, I would not do that.
A piss warm flat beer.
I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. It still tasted better than a cold, frosty Bud Light.
Do we think there is a 1% chance that this field goal gets made?
Not a chance.
Oh, it's got to be.
7
It's got to be
yards.
like 15%.
Give him
Like
half a
15%.
percentage point.
Yeah, like actually.
No way. He's got a way
Gonna
better
make it.
chance.
60-yarder?
It's good.
Is it
He
good?
He made it.
Ah!
57-yarder.
Yeah.
He made it.
He's in the boot, dude.
Thank you. Cash it.
That's
Was
how
that
the
really?
percentage worked.
He
Was
made
that
it.
really
He just
I
hit
should
it.
have
57.
You should have taken your guys' actions.
That's crazy.
Did that guy
Wow.
wake up and watch some Crystal Palace?
I'll
Is
take
that-
it. Fuck.
Is that midfield, bro?
Yeah, 57-yarder.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Wow,
That
he
guy's
hit him
a
with
stud.
ease. He probably could hit a 65-yarder from with that fucking distance.
I bet you
Oh
Tampa
my
Bay's
God!
going to draft
It
this guy in the
just
second round.
went over.
I know. I was gonna say that kid just put himself in
That
draft
kid
position.
just got himself
He made it,
drafted in
though.
the second round by Tampa.
It literally just
Yeah.
crossed the bar.
It didn't just make it. It had a fucking like. Oh
he
yeah.
would not have made it
That's
from
the
59.
best.
He said, "Oh
Karen
yeah, I just
college
made it."
Oh yeah.
football back?
Okay. Yeah.
He was
That's
not
not
making
the
that from
best care in
59.
college football.
Okay. Look at Nick Saban's hair. What a great fucking set of hair.
What's
for
so
old
good
man.
about it? What is so
Great hair,
good about
Nick.
it?
Great
Mike
hair.
Gundy's 10 times better.
I'd honestly say the
looks
dude
Mike
interviewed
Gundy's
me.
way
You
better.
got a bunch of fucking bums on this team.
It
You're
looks a little
fucking keeping
thin.
your cool. I respect you. Go bang a hot blonde, blue-eyed blonde after the game, like the champion you are.
Oh,
I salute you, Nick Saban.
I think he's
Greatest fucking coach in the history of sports.
he's got an ugly wife, doesn't he?
That's why he bangs a lot of hot blondes.
He's
Puts them on the fucking desk,
God, dude.
pulls his pants down, and fucking thrusts them. He's
All
a
right,
fucking
guys.
G. Don't you ever
Wow.
fucking forget that.
What
All
a
right,
way
let's
to hit a
let's
first
break
half.
this down. We got 2 games at halftime. That means we have
let's do it.
halftime lines. Yeah.
Minnesota now minus 170 on the money line.
All right. Minnesota Auburn. Minnesota up 24-17. Second half spreads. Minnesota plus 3.5. Auburn minus 3.5. Juice towards Auburn. Second half money line plus 160 for Minnesota. Minus 200 for Auburn. Second half total is at 27. Minnesota team total is 10.5. Heavily juiced to the over. Auburn 14.5 at even juice on both sides. Is that over 10.5 for Minnesota? Low hanging fruit. Is my under 60.5 completely toast? What do you guys think?
Did Auburn
Not sure.
get
And yes.
one of those touchdowns from Auburn was a kick return? Is that true?
Yep. And the second one was legit. They drove down the field for the other one.
And their field goal
Well,
was
not drove down the field. They had a big play on
That
fourth
kick
down, but
return.
they got it into Minnesota territory before they do.
So my question here is, do we think Minnesota continues? Minnesota plus 3.5. Is that where we want to look at? Minnesota second half money line plus 160. Is that another way we want to look?
What's the Minnesota team total?
The second half team total is 10.5. Heavy juice on the over.
Yeah,
I could actually get an alternate. I could buy up to 13.5 and get plus money though.
Mason Emerson says he's got 9.5. I would pound the fuck out of that 9.5 if I have it. I gotta
What's
check.
the juice though? What's the juice?
I'm gonna check and see what I
Because
got.
my juice is minus 140 on the 10.5, but I could get plus 110 on 13.5.
Is half cut a slang for drunk in the British land?
It's a Davism, so probably.
And no, I'm not half cut. It's literally basically my first beer of the day because the one that I drink at 8 in the morning doesn't count.
How does that not count?
I mean, because I've had like a pot of coffee and plenty to eat something, and it was like,
All right.
9 hours ago. Triple K Marine says Minnesota minus 7.5 plus 250. Martin Riggs has Minnesota at 13. Aaron Barlow just took Minnesota alternate line 10.5 at plus 330. Dale Johnson says half cut equals tipsy. I am not tipsy yet. Wait for me to drink a few more beers, then I can get tipsy. I'll
By
let
the
you know when
Rose
I'm
Bowl,
drunk.
you better be. By the Rose
Yeah, by the
Bowl.
Rose Bowl, I'll probably be.
I don't
We got a
have
little
that.
break in between the games, right?
So I just kind of want people's opinion, though. What do I need to bet? I need to have some action on the second half. So tell me what to bet, guys, so we can move on to breaking down the Alabama-Michigan game.
My Minnesota second half team total is like 12.
The juice is going to vary. You could probably get it anywhere from 9.5 to 13.5 with varying juice. The question is, do they score 2 touchdowns? That's really what we need to ask ourselves.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think at even money, second half spread plus 3.5 is a bet for me.
I don't hate.
Minnesota has been dominating pretty much every aspect of this game. Auburn looked flat. Auburn got a touchdown on a kick return.
for special
Auburn got a
teams.
field goal. Auburn got a field goal from having very short position on a turnover. And we all know turnovers are random. So Minnesota's outplaying them. I'm getting 3.5 points at even money on the second half in a game that I think they'll probably wind up winning by 10.
Second half money line is plus 200.
I could take that too, but I'm going. My official play is going to be Minnesota second half plus 3.5 at even money. I am putting that in.
Did they win this game by at least 1 point in the second half?
Who, Minnesota?
Yeah.
At the if you're getting plus 200, Jay, I would bet that. You're getting 2-1 that Minnesota continues to beat a team that they've been beating the whole game. So
yeah.
So you got to look at that.
So what did you take? Minnesota plus 3.5?
Yes.
At what? Even money?
Even money.
Anybody make a play on Alabama game?
I'm going to let's
Go over the numbers real quick. We got Minnesota down. Go over the numbers for Alabama and see if we can find something.
All right. It is 16-14 right now. Michigan's up. Second half lines. You can get Michigan plus 4.5, Bama minus 4.5, even juice on both sides. Or you can buy up. I could actually buy Michigan up to plus 3.5 and get plus money if I wanted. Second half money line, Michigan plus 155, Alabama minus 190. Second half total is 30.5. Team totals 13.5 for Michigan, even juice on both sides. Bama evenly juiced at 17.5 team total. Michigan to win the game is plus 140. Bama to win the game is minus 170. Judging by the first half, I think Michigan's beating Bama by more than 2 points. The scoreboard says 16-14, but Michigan's dominating the line of scrimmage on this game. I would not be looking to take Bama's side here, but I'm not sure what I want to take on the Michigan side. How much do I want to trust them? What do we guys think?
I don't know. My total on Alabama is 31. So that
I'm
would
looking
be 17.
Yeah, 7. Alabama team total I'm looking at is 17.5. So the Michigan team total is basically, does Michigan get 2 touchdowns in the second half? I think they could. They have honestly. I think the plays I'm looking at for the second half. I don't know if Alabama wins this game or not. Alabama can, but Michigan has dominated them in the trenches. Offensive line versus defensive line in this entire game. Michigan could have gotten more than 16 points if they had a couple drives stall when it got down to the end. But I don't know. Does Michigan get more than 13.5 points in the second half? If the first half is any indication, I'd have to say Michigan could get 2 touchdowns here.
What did you bet anything, T? I can't hear you.
On the football games, no. I'm still turning over. I'm finishing up these NBA games. I haven't even paid attention to these football games, to be honest with you.
Sex Ponester 123 says Bama halftime adjustments. Saban is yelling at them. Tale of two halves.
Does that work?
Will get out coached by Saban at the half. I mean, getting yelled at didn't make me play better.
Who gets the ball first in that game?
Not sure, buddy.
Bama.
I definitely wouldn't want to go against Nick Saban and his second half adjustments. That's for sure.
Maybe a next team to score, Alabama. depending on the odds?
Well, I mean, Alabama gets the ball first in the second half. So
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the next team to score, taking
So,
Alabama as long as it's not like minus 250.
I gotta see what odds. I think I have odds on that at bet 365. Team to make the 8th score. Wait, hang on. Team to make the 7th score, which would be the next one. Alabama's minus 200.
Yeah, there it is.
Fuck me, man.
well, I mean, they get the ball first, so
That's a lot, though.
yeah, you're not going to get a good price on that one. Shasta
DeAndre Pogue says Bama has receiving offers. Mac Jones just needs to hit him.
RKE wants to know if Minnesota finally got their real ID and turned 21 in this game. I don't know, probably. I still think Minnesota's that elite, but maybe. Tito wants to know what I think of the Arsenal Man U game. I have no opinion on that game. I mean, other than I don't have it bet, so. I did go 4-1.
So is it like
today,
two half times in hockey? Is there like 2 half times? This is like a long break.
Did you? You really don't pay attention to hockey.
No, my girlfriend gives me plays when we go up and we watch, and like I'll watch it with her, but usually it's in the sportsbook with like 10 games on at the same time.
Yeah, you have 2 intermissions, and yeah, they're both like 15 minutes long.
Could we take a second to appreciate Spread's girlfriend? That she goes and hangs
for betting hockey
at the sports book. I mean,
and she gives me hockey plays.
Yeah, about 6 years from now, she'll be like, "Oh, I hate the fact that you gamble." Get ready for that.
All right. Well, I got.
Are you talking about from personal
6 years
experience
to enjoy
today?
it.
I mean,
Yeah, 6 years. Right? Enjoy it.
So do we have any consensus on what we want to do with this Bama game on the second half?
I don't, Ant. No.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make a bet on it, but I feel like anything I bet, I'm forcing a play because
I don't mind maybe the Alabama money line just to win this game at minus 150. I just think that they're going to win this game. I just can't see. I just can't see them losing to Michigan.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, they'll lose to Michigan if Mac Jones can't turn it around.
Yeah, like what Spread just said. I mean, nobody in the Twitterverse and nobody in the gambling Twitter and all the where you hang out saw Alabama having troubles with Michigan, and
That's
literally,
true, don't you think second half
literally Michigan's outplayed
come into play? They have to come into play.
Do they? I mean, they could,
I think
but
so.
I don't see why they have to.
Because
are they getting all of their starting front 7 back in the second half?
No, but I still think if you're asking me who is going to make better halftime adjustments in a game that's within a field goal, not like Michigan's up 11 going into the half, they're up 2.
Yeah,
I would take Nick Saban every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So them not having their when you say that Alabama's second string has to be somewhere around the starters that Michigan's putting out there.
Yeah, probably. I mean, but when did Jim Harbaugh become a bad coach?
If it he's not Nick Saban, bro. The guy's got 158 championships. I mean, come on.
Not in the NFL. Didn't Jim Harbaugh go to like 3 straight NFC
Well, I
games?
mean, we're talking about a college game, right?
Yeah,
what the
but
fuck
I mean,
does the NFL mean?
Well, I'm just saying, like, are we really going to act like Jim Harbaugh doesn't know how to make a halftime adjustment? I got to play devil's advocate here to you, Jay.
If I'm going to compare it to what Nick Saban is going to make, yes, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Bama rolls in the second half. I just don't want to lay minus 150 that they win the game when they haven't shown me anything in the first half that they're should be laying minus 150 on a money line.
Connor said that Dallas under 5.5 is minus 135 now. Well, I guess that's a good sign. Did the second period start?
Let me look it up. I
it
know
hasn't
the
started
first,
yet. They're still
no,
doing. They're doing the intermission still.
Yeah, it ended 2-0. So
Oh, they're doing a concert right now. They have a concert going on. Jumping in on Harbaugh real quick. I think Harbaugh's an elite motivator, but probably just an above average strategist. When he was running those teams, he had Greg Roman, the current offensive coordinator of the Ravens, who's doing wonders with Lamar Jackson. I do think he's an elite motivator, though. I think that his guys play hard, and so I don't know if the adjustments will come in as much because it looks like they came out ready to go. I don't know if they could play any harder than they already are.
Double T says Michigan's already ran 45 offensive plays. The Bama defense might wear down. Yeah, I mean, the thing with this Alabama-Michigan game is I see all your points, Jay. I just like to argue with you to play devil's advocate, kind of get both sides to everything.
No, and it's good for people considering, just using the information to make their own bets.
Yeah, I can definitely see Alabama winning this game. My problem is I don't want to lay minus 150 on an Alabama money line to win this game when in the first half they haven't shown me anything to indicate that you should lay minus 150 toward the game. I mean, because minus 150 is a 60% win probability. Right now, do I think Alabama wins this game 60% of the time? Not really. Do they win more than 50% of the time? I wouldn't argue against that. I think they could still win the game. But 60%?
I mean, other than quarterback play, have they been that inferior?
I'd say I have been really impressed with how Michigan's been able to move the ball up front on running the ball. Alabama's
okay. But we expected that going in, right? With the starters.
Yeah, that it's actually the reason why I like the over and why I took the Michigan first half team total over was because I did think Michigan was going to be able to score points. The thing that I'm surprised by is the fact that Bama hasn't really scored that many points other than, they had that one play 85-yard bomb. And then, they had that one other drive. Like Bama's only had one sustained drive where they were able to move the ball down the field. And that was their second touchdown of the game. That's actually where I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that Bama doesn't have, 21 points here at halftime.
Cool halftime show.
I actually think it's the worst halftime show I've ever seen in my life, Spread.
You don't like it? I like it.
Are you talking about this Alabama game?
Yeah, I like the Super Bowl halftime shows.
Yeah, all the little flowers or whatever.
The last couple Super Bowl halftime shows sucked.
What was the last couple?
Exactly.
I don't know. Who is the halftime show this year for the Super Bowl? Do we know?
Oh, I don't know.
Give me a second.
They announced it, but I can't remember.
I liked it when they went through that spurt where they had a bunch of like classic rock bands. That was pretty good. Like Bruce Springsteen one year.
That's not happening. That's not happening anymore. They got Jay-Z running it now.
Ugh, God.
Is that
Jay-Z's
true?
in charge of it.
Is he really?
Yeah, that was like a big deal.
Jennifer
He's now their entertainment coordinator.
Who is it, T?
Jennifer
J-Lo and
Lopez.
Shakira.
Yeah, J-Lo and Shakira.
Oh, okay. So.
Oh, I have no problem watching J-Lo.
Oh, I'll watch that. I'm
Yeah.
watching Lady Gaga fall from the fucking top of the stadium and
Give me
Coast down
J-Lo and Shakira any day of the week over a classic rock band.
I can tell you for a fact the last Super Bowl halftime show that popped onto my screen, I changed the channel and curling came on. I watched curling instead of that stupid ass halftime show.
Curling's fun. Steve Overlay says it's been the Michigan stuff so far. Alabama's only 2 points down. Alabama should roll second half.
Yeah, I don't disagree that Bama will probably win the game. I just don't think the number is where I want to bet it at. I just don't want to lay minus 150 on a Bama money line when I don't think they win often enough to make minus 150 right now profitable long term.
J-Lo is like Benjamin Button, bro.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. She's like 55.
She just keeps getting hotter. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't get. I don't know. The
A-Rod's
the
probably
Super
helping her
Bowl-
out with that.
The Super Bowl
A-Rod
halftime
has
show, I
things to
really
keep you
like.
young, and
I
he's
mean,
not getting tested no more.
I really liked the one Lady Gaga did a few years ago. That was a spectacular show.
Yeah, that was the one I watched curling during.
Oh, come on, Tyler. Please. Lady Gaga was a great
I'd rather
show.
take Q-tips and shove the whole things in my ear than listen to that lady's music.
Lady
I
Gaga,
love Lady Gaga.
is she the one that like jumped off the stadium?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
soared in like a goddamn eagle.
Yeah, she jumped off the fucking stadium, dude.
You know
And
what?
it was a fantastic
Respect.
show.
Respect for jumping off the stadium.
And can we all just agree with me? And if you don't, you're wrong. That Lady Gaga is like probably the best pop artist of the last decade. Come on, like if you're into pop music, her music's definitely better than almost everybody else who's come out in the last decade.
I don't like her music, but I mean, she is like the Madonna of this generation, I guess.
Yeah, I love Lady Gaga. I think her music's pretty fantastic.
Pretty fantastic is a stretch for me.
Well, I mean,
me
here's the thing: is like I like a lot of different forms of music. I enjoy rock. I enjoy pretty much all forms of rock, but I also like a lot of pop music. And Lady Gaga is my favorite current pop artist.
Yeah, I like rock.
Al Maxis, I actually agree with Ant.
There you go.
You know what, Al Mac? You shut your mouth.
Ant is right.
Now, if you want to go about terrible halftime shows, I think Tyler will agree with me on this one. The one that the Black Eyed Peas did about 8 years ago was fucking horrible because the Black Eyed Peas fucking suck. They had Fergie on there, and they're like boom, boom, bow, boom, boom, bow. And I'm like, this is terrible. I thought. I mean,
they should just do
all right,
one that Coldplay did.
Football, Robert.
The one
Go
Coldplay
ahead.
did was terrible.
We'll finish off with the halftime, and then we'll get back to football. Back to football. Robert Kahn says Georgia's missing half their offensive line. Who's betting on Baylor defense to score an anytime TD? That's an interesting look, huh?
Dale Johnson said maybe Lady Gaga should star in a league of their own too.
That's the comment of the year so far. Dale Johnson with the comment of the year so far. The year is young, but Dale Johnson is winning.
A League of Their Own was a good movie, guys.
Well played, Dale Johnson. Well played.
You know, I'm going to die defending A League of Their Own as a fantastic movie. I'm sorry, guys, but that was a good movie.
Well, I would expect you to say that.
Jay, you like
we got
the
a
movie
3 and out
too.
here for Minnesota.
Like, come the fuck on. You've said you've been on record saying, yeah, A League of Their Own is a good movie, Ant.
I said it's objectively a good film. That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So sue me that A League of Their Own is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm sorry, I enjoy classic movies.
I think we could definitely see Lady Gaga play all the way May's daughter in a league. In a League of Their Own too, 100%. All right, here comes Alabama out of the gate.
But I will say for the people who have criticized A League of Their Own, you are. I think that people said Madonna is a bad actress. You guys are correct. But here's the problem: A League of Their Own is a well over 2-hour film. Madonna's character had like 10 minutes of screen time, guys. Let's stop overplaying how important Madonna was in that movie.
That's not true. She had more than 10
Rosie O'Donnell ruined that movie, okay? Her fucking stupid fucking ruined it. Oh, I'm going to protect Madonna. I'm going to protect Madonna, bitch. I'll fucking give something to give you fucking protection from.
Madonna was a side character in that movie. Like,
yeah, but she was the hottest one, so obviously we remember her the most.
The movie was about Gina Davis's character and her sister.
Yeah, but she's
That's
too
what
tall.
The movie was about.
But she was too tall and
then
red
Tom
hair.
Hanks.
She had no soul.
Touchdown, Bama! Let's get those points. Come on.
She had no soul, Ant. She had no soul.
She's a redhead.
Yeah, bro. It equates to fucking women too, bro. But sometimes the dick doesn't give a shit.
Halftime adjustments look good now out of the gate.
How much adjustment is just having Mac Jones hit the receivers? And on the big pickup earlier, I don't even think he threw it that well. It just shows you how good receivers he has. That's a great throw, the second one, but I mean, I don't know if we give Saban credit for Jones actually finally hitting a receiver, but
he doesn't get any credit. Spread. You were absolutely right. The receiver gets the credit for catching it.
Yeah.
Catching that shit.
But poor Harbaugh.
He's lucky his name isn't fucking Max. Otherwise, I'd fucking jump through the screen and strangle him with a fucking horse's intestine.
I like how when Jay and I banter. I like how when Jay and I banter here, Spread low key supports my arguments.
I do. Okay, cool. I didn't even notice who I was supporting. I was just trying to make a point that finally dropping a dime and hitting a receiver open isn't.
Well, no, because like Jay's like, how about those second half adjustments, Ant? And then you're like, well, I mean, he finally dropped a dime and hit a wide open receiver. I'm like, oh, look at that, Spread coming back and defending.
I love watching college basketball on YouTube. Anybody that wants to watch IPFW, get it on fucking the YouTube channel.
Hold on,
Jay Peach, I don't even know where that comment came from.
Summit League, South Dakota versus IPFW.
Well, I know they're Summit League. You don't gotta tell me what league IPFW plays in. I just want to know.
They're playing.
Oh, it already started. I can't bet it.
Yeah, they're playing on YouTube.
Yeah, let me know on halftime, Max. Let me know when halftime of that game shows up, and let me know if I can bet it at halftime because I can't live bet Summit League games.
All right. Well, I'm on IPFW, so that's how I'm doing it. I'm fading that line movement.
I think the chat's more off the rails than we are right now, which is saying something.
I'm eating some microwave bacon, guys.
Jay Peach says Amy Schumer is clearly the ugliest woman on the planet. Rye Cape says I love Amy Schumer. I do not agree with Rye. I think Rye Cape's synopsis of Amy Schumer is terrible, and I think Jay Peach is using massive hyperbole because she's definitely not the ugliest woman on the planet, but she is a terrible comedian.
Coco Bongo said, I think Rosie O'Donnell and Michael Moore are the same person.
Yeah, it's just off the chain. What a new year we've got here on Liveline.
Jay Peach says, Bama about to roll. Michigan, Bama going to go touchdown for touchdown rest of the way. That's from Jersey Jinx 28. I would love for them to go touchdown for touchdown the rest of the way, Jersey Jinx. I'm on the over, so I'm going to root for every touchdown that's scored.
I would take a shit on Rosie O'Donnell's foot.
Von Polo, I don't even know who Summer Walker is.
Max, you seem like the kind of guy who would pay someone like Rosie O'Donnell to shit on your chest.
I would never do that. The only place that shit belongs out of me is in the toilet or on someone else.
Didn't she play a dominatrix in a movie in the early 90s?
If you ever fucking say that I like shit on my chest again, I will jump through the screen and I will take horse intestine and I will hang you from a fucking light post.
You just seem like the kind of guy who paid. You just seem like the kind of guy who's paid a hooker to pee on him in the bathtub before.
Never. I would never be able to wash the stank of that off of me. Ugh, damn it.
Hey, Steve Overlay says, I'm thinking about cashing my -7.5. What do you think?
What can you get for it?
Any official place, Tyler?
I just dropped them in the chat for the Magic Wizards game.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
for the show?
Yeah.
I'll give you 2.
Vaughn, I'll check it out.
What do you got?
Vucevic over 11.5 rebounds and Fournier over 19.5 points.
You're going to have to spell everything that you just said.
All right.
You're also going to have to tell me what game to go to bet those.
Go ahead, T.
VUC.
Yeah.
VVIC.
Okay.
Over 11.5 rebounds, -106.
Vucevic for the Magic Wizards game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that prop. I have a scoring prop, though.
And Fournier, Fornier.
Ooh, same game.
Okay.
Over 19.5 points.
I could bet that one, Tyler. I will take that. Let's go Fournier over 19.5.
Von Polo likes the Wizards money line and the Knicks.
Portland's been playing like shit lately. Haven't they spread? I don't think they've covered the game.
They actually played good until that meltdown the other night that I don't even want to talk about.
Don't we think 4 is a little too low against the Knicks?
Michigan.
Melo coming back to town.
Looking good. Michigan's got a couple quick first downs, guys.
You know what? Mello killed us in the game the other night. He kept just holding the ball. And
Oh my God, that running back got popped.
What was the?
Is that a targeting?
That was
I can't fit the juice for the Fournier prop, but what was the juice so I could write it down?
-108.
All right.
He did get popped.
damn.
Oh, they're going to call him short, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, he laid the wood on that guy. Shoulder right to the helmet. Boop.
Why did they call that play? Why did they run up the middle? Your big boys up front are overpowering Bama, and they call like a little screen pass and on 2nd and 1 instead of just the straight run up the middle.
That was a hard adjustment.
I don't know. You're right. I guess. Whew.
Hey, Tyler, the Blazers are in New York, right?
Oh my
Tyler
God!
left.
False start. False
think he
start
got out.
2. 3rd and 6. This is a bad deal. Fuck you, Michigan. I want some points out of this drive. DeAndre Polk said that was more targeting than against Ohio State.
Von Polo, this is one of the craziest weeks for the NBA this year. So, yeah. So on that Portland game, do you really trust a team that spent New Year's Eve in New York?
Did that Trailblazers game win the other night?
No, we lost it. It was horrible. It was one of the worst meltdowns I've seen in a while.
I got to add that to the record. That was the one game I didn't
Okay.
know.
All right, we got first down for Michigan.
Yeah,
They
so I'll take that.
converted.
Did they? The ball's flowing loose. Oh, he called him
He
down.
was called down.
Okay.
Although under review, this might be a fumble.
Looks really close.
It was called a first down on they're not reviewing it. All right.
That's really
We got the playoff. And what a terrible play execution there on that pass. Ugh. I think Michigan just needs to keep trying to run it. I don't know why they keep trying to do these weird passing plays. You can get Michigan plus 235 on the money line right now. Don't like it.
So the championship is not this Monday. It's the following Monday, right?
It's on the 13th. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And Tyler with some hot takes saying he wants to take an alternate spread on Clemson, laying points with them because he's that confident.
You know what? If you like Clemson, I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to roll with it.
My question with you, Jay, is how do you...
Jay, live play. Under 152.5 in the Wichita State game.
At what juice?
Minus 115.
Heard him back.
Thank you, Max. You gave out a live bet on a college basketball game I can actually live bet.
What is it? Under what?
152.5 minus 115. You've missed it by now.
Damn,
Fuck.
you're getting a way better number.
Yeah, it's I see it at 150.5.
It dropped to
It's
149.5
now.
for me.
I got it
up
at-
to 151.
Oh, well.
It's back up to 151.5.
I got it at 151 minus 110. So, I mean, 10 cents better, juice 1 point worse. So, it equals out.
Listen, this game closed at like 140 or something.
Oh, so we're getting a good number then.
That's why I just been waiting.
Michigan has to punt here. And that was a terrible punt. Wow, I don't think that punt was ass.
Back
Did
up
he get
to
a piece of that?
152.5.
I think he got a
So
piece of
anybody
it.
that wants it can get on it.
Yeah, I got it.
What'd you say, Tyler? Oh, that's why it was a terrible punt.
He got a piece of it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I got it at 154 even.
That's what I thought. I thought his one arm came through and maybe nudged that ball.
I'm worried. Like, I want Alabama to score a touchdown because I have the
One-
over, but I'm also scared that
I
it's
can't get
Alabama.
this. I can't get this game, and it keeps
It
going
keeps
up.
changing. Yeah.
155.
Oh, I finally got it. So I got it at 155 at minus 120. In Max we trust.
Yeah, I got it at 155 even.
Big third down here for Auburn, and they cannot convert. They're looking for a flag. I do not see one.
That's what we want to hear.
Oh, why is this flag coming in so late? You got to be kidding me.
How late did the flag come in, Fred?
I mean, I don't actually see the flag, but it wasn't on the bottom of the screen. I have it muted, so I mean, let's
Alabama
watch
has
this
the
replay.
ball.
Yeah, they just punted it back to him.
Yeah, Alabama's got the ball. That's what I was saying. I'm like, I want Alabama to score a touchdown because they got the over, but I'm worried if Alabama starts getting margin, then Michigan's going to start having to pass the ball a lot, and I don't think their pass game is where they've been successful on offense. So then I'd have to be worrying about Alabama. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't want this game to turn into a blowout. I think I'm much better off on my over if they just trade touchdowns.
The only problem there is Michigan's going to run. If that's the case, Michigan's just going to keep running it, and it's just going to chew time off so fast.
Oh, fumble. Oh, they got it. Damn, that would have been huge for our under Ant if they could have got that fumble there.
And the Minnesota money line.
Well, I got
Yeah, it would have been great. Big boy from Auburn jumped right on there.
That was like the perfect bounce.
It's still 2-0 in this hockey game spread.
Yeah. I'll switch over to the third quarter for sweating, or third. What is it? Third period?
Yes,
It's not a quarter.
Yeah,
That would be great if that cashes.
The third.
third.
Damn it. Auburn just went in. Damn it. That sucks.
Stupid Auburn.
Triple Beam Dream says Arsenal's winning against United. That's for Ant, I assume. Michael Madden wants to know what Max is having for lunch.
I had microwave bacon, Montreal smoked turkey, and some veggies with some red sauce.
Sounds healthy.
No, it's not, but I don't give a fuck.
Tom, you're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time.
Exactly, and I plan to spend every fucking dime I have before that good time's over.
You're gonna spend all your shekels before you die.
Hell yeah. If I fucking spend them over there, fuck, they're worth more.
That is the one thing about having children. Like, you know, like if you're single, you're like, fuck this. I'm going to spend every dollar I have by the time I die. But if like you have kids, you can't think like that. I wish I could think like that.
Yeah, I'm a man child, so I do what I want.
I'm a man child.
Fuck
That's
you, I do what I want. I do what I want. Screw you guys, I do what I want.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Are you referencing one of the best South Park episodes ever?
Yeah, Cartman's awesome.
Please
I
tell
do
me you
what I
guys
want.
seen Gronk spike Steve Harvey's Lego head last night.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed about that.
He was pissed.
Wait, what happened?
Steve, I'll send you the video.
They made a Lego head of Steve Harvey. Yeah, they made a Lego head of Steve Harvey, and Gronk
He picks it up and just spikes it.
The black comedian?
Yeah. Steve Harvey's like, I don't want to
the
work
guy
with
that
this guy
screwed up
anymore. Get this guy out of
Mystery
here.
Group or whatever it was.
You're right,
Yeah.
Jay. He's
And it
the
didn't
black
seem-
comedian.
What?
He's the black comedian. You're right.
He is?
You called him the black comedian. I'm like, he's the only one.
Oh.
I think he's more known for screwing up that Miss Universe contest, right? He's the guy who screwed up Miss Universe.
Probably, yeah.
No, it sucks. He's probably had an awesome career as a presenter and, done so many things, but that's what he's remembered for.
Alabama.
Steve Harvey show sucked.
Henry Ruggs.
Stupidest fucking show I ever
That's not
watched in my
good.
life.
What was the
Oh,
stupidest show you ever
fuck.
watched?
Stuggs is injured?
Yeah, Ruggs is down. That's not good.
Ruggs. That's even worse.
That's a speed guy.
He's our best fucking slot receiver.
I thought you were going to say best receiver. I was about to have a fucking...
No, obviously Judy's our best receiver, but yeah.
We're about to have an Alabama argument.
What are you doing?
Oh my God, he spiked that shit.
Dude, he spiked the shit out of it. It just shattered.
And then he kicked the Lego pieces.
Listen
Steve
to how
Harvey
mad
said, "Why is he here?"
Hold on. I don't understand what you guys are. I still don't understand what you guys are talking about. I'm gonna have to watch this.
I sent it in the group chat, Ant.
You know what? I can't stand the fucking Patriots, but it's hard.
Gronk
It's hard
is a
not to
character.
like. Yeah, he is a character.
Shaft, I didn't see that. Shaft.
He went to a high school near me, and I don't know how true this story is, but they said when he was on the basketball team, he was at the free throw line. He had 68 points, made the first free throw, intentionally missed the second one, and ran down the court pointing at the scoreboard. Going, "Look, I got 69."
that sounds about as true as it could get.
Who just got hurt?
Henry
What Alabama?
Rugs.
Ruggs, probably
Ruggs.
the number 2.
Do you know how hard it is to get them damn brown Legos? Oh my God, that video's amazing. I don't want to work with him no more. Get him out of here. He's mentally imbalanced. He's so right. And Gronk don't give a fuck.
Gronk's just up there dancing. He don't care.
Yeah.
And then he looked at Steve Harvey and basically said, "What, bitch?"
It's like, what do you want to do, old man?
Yeah, this is my show now.
This is my stage now.
I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now.
Do you know how hard it is to get them Legos?
Right, Cape wants to know when the Orlando game starts. You got the time on you, Tyler?
6 p.m.
Oh, you already answered. 6 p.m. It says TH 412. What's the 412 for?
Area code 412. Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Why the fuck can't I find the Citadel game? Fucking wankers.
Tito says he was mad because Bernie Mac's show was better. Bernie Mac was one of the
Bernie
funniest.
Mac was funny as shit.
He was one of the funniest people alive.
Bernie Mac was actually funny. Steve Harvey isn't.
Bernie
I
was
think Max just said the most true statement that's been said on the show all day.
How do we feel about Dave Chappelle? We find him funny?
Yeah, I love Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle.
I find
He's
his
a
stand-up
chicken
funny.
sandwich, though.
I
He's
find
really
his stand-up to be eh.
too skinny.
I mean, that's because you're 22, so you're probably one of those woke losers who doesn't enjoy Dave Chappelle's comedy.
No, I say his TV show is fun. His old TV show was funny.
Oh, it's the greatest sketch comedy show of all
But I
time.
don't like it. I don't think his stand-up's all that.
Yeah, that Chappelle show was just so good, man.
Kevin Hart, eh.
Michigan got a first. Michigan needs to get a touchdown real quick here.
That little man does make me laugh.
Cat Williams was funnier.
Whoop!
Cat Williams was funny. Yeah,
Michigan slow ass receivers can't get a. Michigan
Oh,
receivers were
Minnesota with the razzle dazzle. They got running backs dropping dimes.
Go ahead, Minnesota.
What
There's
just happened?
Oh, it's getting called back.
God damn it.
Oh, that sucks.
The live total in this Wichita State game is up to 155.5 now.
Wichita.
Does Wichita State win this game by 19 points? The live spread is 18.5. Oh, Max doesn't have his headphones on, so he can't hear me.
Yeah, he doesn't
Start
like it
screaming.
sometimes.
He'll hear it. He'll faintly hear you if you start screaming.
Tito says that D.L. Hughley talked about how Steve Harvey would steal Max jokes during the King of Comedy tour.
Weren't they on it together? Aren't you supposed to steal from people that like you're not really close to?
Steve Harvey didn't get that.
Like it seems like, yeah, you just watching
Like,
the show.
He watches Bernie Mac
Writing
go out
shit
on
down.
stage, say the joke, and then he comes off and he goes up
Yeah.
and says the same exact
He
thing.
comes on, does the same joke.
Well, there's a reason why Bernie Mac was the headliner of the Kings of Comedy tour and Steve Harvey was the MC. Yeah.
Hey, I agree. These flags are coming in way too late, Eric Roses. I mean, it's just, it seems like it's really result-oriented refereeing here in Minnesota. RKE says, as a fan of Minnesota sports, he's used to catastrophic blowups initiated by poor officiating. Steve, Jay and I are on Wisconsin. I don't know if Ant really liked the other side or if he was just taking devil's advocate.
No, I wasn't taking devil's advocate. It's I don't like either side of that game. I
I think it's
really
going to be a really physical game. Oregon's got a big defensive line.
Yeah. My opinion of the Wisconsin-Oregon game is I wouldn't be shocked if either team wins 35-10. I just don't know how I'm supposed to compare them. I mean,
Are we all in agreement on Baylor tonight?
I'm not that high on either one of those two teams. I can definitely see the under coming in play, but the total's so low that I don't want to bet it.
Yeah, I think I like Baylor.
I mean, everybody's liking Baylor because the line's still crashing. It's at 3.5 now.
What was it
That's
start?
actually-
Did it start at like 8?
7, I think.
It starts at 19:45 Central Standard Time.
Ant, are you 1 or 2 hours ahead of me?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours ahead of you because my brother's on the West Coast and he always calls me and forgets that's late at night. Oh, it's only 8 o'clock here.
I used to do that. I used to
Well,
do
he
that
should call
when I
you
came
and
up
tell
with
you to
big
put those
PC
beers
calendar.
away.
My brother doesn't drink. He's a pastor.
Oh, that's nice. So I take it he's not a big live line watcher.
No, I think no. I'm not really sure what he's into these days.
Pastor stuff.
I don't think he's at a church anymore, though.
Well, thank God for that, man.
What?
All those priests fucking with little boys.
There's a difference between a pastor and a priest, Jay.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, like a huge difference.
Yeah,
Are they
pastor's
allowed-
Protestant.
Are
priest
they
is
allowed to have
Catholic.
sex with women?
Wow, you are definitely from the Northeast because you're unaware of any other kind of Christianity outside of Catholicism.
That's very true.
Yeah. Yes, every other form of Christianity allows their pastors to marry and have children. That's why in Catholicism, it's like a pedophile ring, but in every other form of Christianity, the pastors just don't cheat on their wives.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
They
I
just
mean,
what?
they all just cheat on their wives. I mean, they're
I
still
like the
completely
second
immoral.
one better.
I mean, they're every bit as immoral as like normal folks.
Every bit. That's
Oh
a
my
stretch.
god, dude! I used to go to the church had to break up because everyone in the church was arguing because we had to fire the pastor because he was banging the women that he was counseling, because like pastors are also counselors too, and he was like banging half the girls in the church that he was counseling. And then that got out, and like, oh, everybody in the church was arguing. This is like church gossip from like 1989 or whatever. And that kind of shit happens all the time, though. Pastors always cheat on their wives. It's like
Tyler,
it's,
what time does
it's like a
that game
thing.
start?
Which
Yeah,
one?
that church. Yeah, that pastor for the mega church in Denver who was
Portland.
smoking meth and banging male
Oh,
prostitutes.
Portland. That doesn't start till later, like 7:30.
The two props, what time does that start at?
6.
All right, so
Yeah,
we got
we got a
time.
game at 6, one at 7:30, one at 8, and then the late game is the Lakers at 10:30.
Yeah.
Greg Wilson threw in a couple trends for us. He said, "How do you feel about this Blazers game? Just found this trend when road favorites are off a home loss. Had twice as many assists as turnovers. They are 60% against the spread since 2014." And he also says the league is in a 14-0 against the spread run in this spot, and the Trailblazers are 6-1 in the trend, including a 121-116 win and cover over the Spurs on November 16th. I think the problem is that the festivities last night could throw everything out the window. I think this is like one of the hardest days to cap NBA of the year.
Man, I'm not liking my over so far in this Michigan game. I'm at 37 points. I need 2 touchdowns. Is that what I need? 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, and the only way these teams are having success is really on running the ball.
No, I need more than 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
All right, big third down for our under here, Ant. We got 3rd and 11 with 48 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, we need a stop here for Minnesota too.
Yeah, we do. Let's see. They got pressure again, but last time he made it work.
They got
He's
Nick
rolling.
on the
Can he
run.
find someone? No.
Punt your ball,
he
bitch.
cannot. He went out of down. That's 4th down. But the territory they're in, they're right on the 50. They could go for this.
I hope they don't.
Is it 4th and 11 though?
No, like
Probably about 4th and 7. But it looks out they're bringing the punt team. They're bringing out the punt team. It's probably
You
about 4th and
punt
7.
that ball. You punt it.
What do you think of Auburn's coach, Jay?
Gus Malzahn. I think if Cam Newton wasn't there, he would have been fired already.
He's calling
you
me
think
off.
he's
Interesting.
you think
They're
he's
off
still?
the court now.
You still think he's living off the glory
Fake.
of winning a national
Oh,
title?
it's a fake. What a
Yeah.
dipshit. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
don't
but
think-
has he had any bad years with Auburn? I mean, he's like 8-4, 9-3 every season.
Yeah, but unfortunately for college football, there's no like playoffs. Like you can't hang your hat on. Well, we made the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Well, like my point is like, what is it with college football these days where every single coach who goes like consistently goes 8-4, 9-3, all of a sudden everybody wants to fire him because they're a
Because
terrible coach.
in the SEC, a championship has to be the goal every year, right? Especially the top half of the SEC.
Yeah, but you're Auburn. I mean, he literally has like what, the only national title Auburn's ever won? Come on. Auburn's not
Yeah,
like
but he's
this
been there for
storied
how
powerhouse. Yeah, he's been there for how long? Given their only title. That's my point. Like my question is my
Cam,
big time
but
question
how
is,
many years has Cam Newton been in the league now?
No, here's my question: is why is it just seems like this is a phenomenon that's only been going on for like the last 20 years or so. But why is it all these teams who've never been blue blood programs all of a sudden act like going 9-3 and 8-4 means their coach needs to be fired?
Because
Auburn's
you have
been
to
9-3,
make
8-4 team their entire history.
You have to make yourself a blue blood program like John Calhoun did at UConn, like Krzyzewski did at Duke, like Dabo did at Clemson. Like you have to like either take the next step or move on.
Well, they have a national title, so
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why he's still living off that national title, and he probably has a couple more years in him too. Off
but my,
that
my
national
question too
title.
is, like, let's just be honest, right? SEC West has been like consistently the best division of college football for quite a few years. Going
Yeah.
8-4 and 9-3 in that division year in and year out, I mean, that's not exactly anything to to turn your nose up at, especially when you consider the fact that Nick Saban is so far above everybody else in college football, and you're in the same division as Nick Saban, and you've beaten Nick Saban like what, 4 or 5 times? I mean, Auburn has been competitive in the Iron Bowl with Alabama numerous occasions, including this year. I mean, it's not like he's, when you say that Harbaugh has to beat Ohio State in order for him to get off the hot seat. It's not like Malzahn's not beating Alabama
True.
a fair amount of times. I mean, he's going 9-3, 8-4 every year and beating Alabama every 3 years. It's
That's
like,
true.
so to say that Malzahn should be on the hot seat because he has the audacity to keep Auburn a consistent
I
winner.
didn't say, bro. You make up these stories in your head. Who said he should be on the hot seat?
Oh, a lot of people do. Dude, I'm in the forums. Like every fucking college football fan in the country that isn't Alabama wants their coach fired. It's ridiculous.
I think he has a few years. I think he has a few
Yeah.
years left in him off that national championship. But I mean, how many years has Cam been a pro? How long ago was that
11.
championship?
11.
So that was 11 years
Yeah,
ago.
they won the title in 2011 against Oregon, and then they lost in the national championship game against Florida State in 2013.
Okay, so 9
9
years
years.
it'll be since he won that championship. Yeah,
Well,
I
then how
mean,
many years since they made the second one?
It was
20
2013.
7.
Yeah, but also it's not like they've dipped though. Like it's not like they've been a bad.
I mean, yeah,
program.
they've been one of the SEC's better teams this whole time. They're not like, say, Mississippi State, who was good for that 1 year, and then now they're dog shit again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my argument though that it's just like Jay goes, "Oh, you're making up these arguments." Saying, I mean, maybe I'm making up arguments that you've made, but I'm not making up arguments that fans of these teams made. Like you literally go on any fan forum on the internet, and like 90%.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, like 90% of college football fan bases want their coach gone, and they think their coach is terrible.
Well,
I mean,
every fan base is irrational in every sport.
Yeah, I got
and they all want their
Wisconsin
coaches
football
fired.
fans. I know
Yeah.
Wisconsin football fans that think Chris needs to be fired this second. I mean, it's just.
I think that for every game that the Cleveland Browns have lost over the past 20 years, they should send a different 5-star hooker to my house.
That's a lot.
I don't think you can handle that many.
Yeah, you would have a line down the fucking block.
Bro,
Yeah.
have you guys ever heard of that like IV shit that like the fucking pros get after they party the night before?
Yeah.
I'll just get a couple of those, so I'm good.
You just have them ready in the room.
Exactly. Got a fucking nurse, got the machine, got the chair to sit in. Yeah, it'll be good. No worries.
You have a doctor on hand.
Hell yeah,
Wow,
bro.
we have a good chance to hit this hockey game, huh?
And you were talking so much shit about it earlier.
I mean,
2 goals in the first period happen often.
So I think Lincoln Riley
It's
might
2-1
be
now, though.
Jay,
It's gonna be 2-1 going into the third period.
It says 2-0 on my stream. Did they just score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 2-1 heading into the third period.
It's a good position to be in.
Yeah, you need 3 goals to beat you.
Listen, I'm not going to put it past NHL players to be able to get 3 goals, but I'm saying that from situational fucking spot, you're in a good position.
Did anybody watch any of the game? Does the ice look like a swamp?
Well, they resurfaced it during the period.
It's holding up okay, I would say. I've seen worse.
Mac, in your industry experience, who gets after it harder, NHL players or NBA players?
obviously NHL players.
They do.
Yeah, they do all kinds of drugs. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. NBA players, they don't do the cocaine like the hockey players do. Hockey
Okay.
players do a lot of blow. There's lots of cocaine.
That's good information.
Did he
Matt.
get that on that second effort there in Minnesota? No, he did not. They didn't give him the spot.
I always
So do you
see.
think they go for it here, or do they kick?
I only see NBA
What's
players
up?
smoking weed and shit. I see hockey players doing the hard stuff.
Oh, okay.
The second half defense this year going to kill my under. They're
right.
going to kill my over in this Bama game.
Some scoring.
Not.
You guys see the news coming out of Oklahoma?
I don't know. At
Hey,
what
Jay,
point?
Their,
live
their
total on this show,
5-star,
fuck.
8th-ranked recruit quarterback that was coming in next year decommitted.
They're
Like,
five.
Why would you
Is
not
this
play
the
for Lincoln
first-
Riley?
Is this the first domino to fall when Lincoln Riley's going to take his NFL job? All the quarterbacks and guys are going to start decommitting and leaving.
He just had a 5-star quarterback recruit decommit.
Spread.
Why?
You got the
He's
under
probably taking an
155.
NFL job. He's not going to come in if Lincoln Riley's
Yeah.
not.
It's at 146 and a half.
Oh.
How
Yeah,
much
I
time?
couldn't fit it at the bottom, but I put it in the chat.
As long as it counts towards my record if it wins.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
All right, Michigan's driving again, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. They've driven a lot and have only got one touchdown. I need a fucking touchdown here. Arsenal's up 2-0 against Man U.
Lincoln Riley took a coaching job?
Not yet, but the recruits are starting to decommit. That's got to be the first sign that dude's out.
Yeah.
If he has any dignity, he's gonna fucking inform those guys. Listen, yeah, I'm taking
Exactly.
the
He's going to tell his guys, like, hey, I'm not going to be here next year. Like,
because those guys will be in the NFL. What, you want to have that kind of fucking bad blood already? It's bad news.
Am I going to get 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, guys?
Yeah, you are.
Nick
They're all
Saban.
gonna be Alabama
No.
ones.
What's the most attractive head coaching job you think in the NFL this year?
That's open or
Yeah.
oh,
Isn't every head coaching job in the
Carolina.
NFL attractive?
I don't know.
I
No,
would think
I wouldn't want to
Carolina
work for
too.
Jerry Jones.
I
I
would
wouldn't
say
want. I
probably
wouldn't want
the
to go to
Giants.
Flynn. I wouldn't have taken that Washington job if I was Rivera.
I would say right now opening. I would say the Giants.
Yeah. I guess so.
Do you really want Jerry
I'd
Jones?
rather work in Carolina.
Trying to
I
work?
think Carolina's going to get. I think the new owner in Carolina is going to turn things around.
Like, I forgot they need a new
It's not
coach
like they've
too.
been bums though. They've been better than the Browns, that's for sure.
I think Lincoln Riley will take
I mean,
that.
that's not saying anything.
They
He's
just
gonna
got
take
a
that
Riley.
quarterback that wants to fucking run the runways in Paris instead of playing football.
You wouldn't take the Dallas
Yeah, I know that's
job
weird.
spread if it was open?
I don't know if I'd want to work for Jerry Jones. Right?
Would you
got
want Jerry
him
Jones
going.
hanging over your shoulder the whole time while you're trying to do your
Yeah,
job?
it's like he does press conferences after every game. I don't know. I wouldn't want to
I
work for
think
Jerry
that's
Jones.
where Riley.
He
if
wants
I-
credit for everything.
Riley would go there in a fucking minute, I think.
What's going on this Minnesota?
I think that's where you're going to
Wow,
end up.
this is a wild play.
Yeah, I think you're right, T.
You think he'll
And
end up
then-
where?
He'll end up
Dallas.
in Dallas. And then the next guy every NFL team will be drooling over is going to be Joe Brady, the pass coordinator.
Rule. No, it's me, Matt Rule. Wow, they just got stuffed. Well, did he get it? This guy is moving this ref's coming in and just moving the spot. They might have got it.
Yeah, I think they got it.
And if we hit this under, I'm going to laugh.
Yes, they're talking about Urban Meyer in Dallas.
Oh,
I don't know how I
San
feel about that
Diego
one.
State, you bad motherfuckers. Oh,
Which under?
And at what point do we have to say second half unders are a trend here in these bowl games? I know you're saying they're not indicative of each other, but I mean, it just keeps happening.
Yeah. I mean, my over was looking good in the Bama game until the third quarter saw one score.
Yeah, until the second half of every fucking game we've watched so far.
Yeah.
Let's go, San Diego State, you fucking bad mother cunts. There you go. Drop that teardropper, KJ.
A lot of-
Hallelujah. Aztecs are here to
Did
play.
they give him the spot? Because he looked short on this fourth down.
That's
They
what I'm
gave him the
talking
first
about.
down, though?
Some
No,
rowdy fuckers.
2 inches.
Brett, did
Oh,
you see
okay.
Carl Anthony Towns is looking to get traded out of Minnesota?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the worst part about the NBA. You can't even. It's all you ever talk about is who's going where. You never talk about the games.
That looks like a bad spot, man.
I hope Boston swoops in and
In a
picks him up.
Minnesota game,
Yeah,
I hope the
they're
Warriors
saying-
get them.
I
What a
don't. That's a lot.
everybody in the chat, garbage spot, awful spot. Yeah, that's a bad.
If the Warriors get Cat and they don't have to give up their pick this year and they still get to go draft a solid guy,
No,
right?
they would have to. They would have to. There's no way.
What
It would
they
have
do?
to be
What would it
Russell and the number one pick.
You think it'd be
Russell and the number one pick.
But see,
Yeah,
I'm seeing
and
people
maybe
giving up more
Pascal.
for him. They're saying Boston would have to give up Tatum, Hayward, and like 3 picks to get him.
That'd be stupid of Boston to do that.
Yeah. And they showed Atlanta giving up like their entire roster except for Drake Young.
That would be stupid for Minnesota to do that. Who do you want? John Collins and
Cam
what's
Reddish.
his name? Cam Reddish that doesn't even put good effort on the field. I want to do
That
that.
really a bad
Or on the
spot.
court.
Didn't we say he looked stuffed and short?
The double effort looked like he got it though. The second effort.
They said
Yeah.
the Nets could become a play for Carl Anthony Towns 2 spread.
Yo, you can't be fucking high on anybody that gets drafted or gets multi-millions of dollars because this is the type of fucking people they are. They don't want to play in college because they want to get paid. Therefore, you get guys like Cam Reddish who don't deserve to be in the NBA, getting drafted 9th, getting a boatload of fucking money, and then
And he's
just
like, yeah, I'm
fucking
done.
chilling. It's like, yo, I'm good. I got my money. It's
Yeah,
guaranteed.
you watch him. Yeah.
Buddy,
Yeah.
that's why I love
No,
the
he doesn't.
Raptors.
His effort.
Spread. That's why I love the Raptors. What do the Raptors do? They take guys that aren't fucking too high on themselves,
their
that aren't
20s.
looking at themselves in the mirror every fucking
Yeah.
5 seconds. That's why Freddie Van Vliet's
Yeah,
going to be
I
one of the
have to
best
agree.
point guards in the fucking NBA. Fred City, baby.
Max.
Jay, what's this Minnesota money line at right now?
Uh,
9.5 points. I don't know. I don't know.
Minnesota right now, they're minus 110 and minus 120 on the money lines for both sides. So you're laying juice on both ends in a tie game.
Yeah, okay.
Eastern Carolina, East Carolina, Wichita State, Max. Second half spread, minus 10 for Wichita State, total 74.5.
7. It's right around my full game number. So I'll probably lay off of it. What I'm more interested in is the under 75 in the second half, the total. Definitely had unexpected circumstances happen with this game being so high scoring in the first half of the first half. But now we have a live total of 142.5 and a second half total of 75.5. By my numbers and by my estimations from watching the game, 75.5 under is going to be my play.
The second half. Well, I mean, I'm already on the-
Minnesota hit a bomb.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
If you're already on the under full game, then you're good because you have 10 points or more of wiggle room now. What did you get the number at, Ant? 151 or 152?
I got at 151.5.
So, yeah, you got 8 or 9 points of wiggle room right now. You're
What, to
probably-
take an over?
No, to take the under.
I already have the under.
Well,
I have
that's
under
the-
151.5.
Yeah, I
so-
know. It's doubling up on it. That's the
I
only
would
play that I
not
see.
mind.
I'm not going with a Wichita State 9.5 on the second half.
Started me off
Well,
of-
since I'm in such a good spot on the under, I'm just going to go ahead and stay with it. Speaking of unders,
There's three other
how about we just have a 31-24 final in this Auburn game, and we can
I
all
know.
come out
Wouldn't that be
gravy?
crazy?
I am completely cool with that.
I don't I don't even think it's dead because the way Minnesota runs the ball, if they can get a stop and get the ball back, they are going to be trying to. They'll be trying to run right away. So I think that it's live.
Sumner says one of these games going to OT. Well, let's hope it's the Michigan Bama game because that's the only way I'm getting the over here. We had ball movement, great looking offenses, big plays, and scores galore in the first half. And this second half has been a comedy of errors on offense. And can somebody explain to me what the VRBO is? Why are they the big enough? Why are they the sponsors of the Citrus Bowl?
BRB. I don't even know what it is. What is?
I could start the day off of 4.3 units. That would be nice.
You start the day off up more if you tailed me in a
start the year off right.
And
What's up, Jeff Billings?
there's more plays, Ant. What the fuck?
And vacation rentals by owners. What that stands for?
IPFW cannot score.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
so it's like a wannabe Airbnb.
Yep.
VRBO vacation rentals by owner. Wide variety.
What did you say, Max?
Have you guys used Airbnb? Is it good?
I've never used it, but I know people who have. I mean, I guess it just depends on whose house you're staying.
Yeah.
To win by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read a couple horror stories online, but I guess that's that thing with everywhere. But it seems like it's a cool deal.
I mean, there's always horror stories. I mean, like Uber's getting sued because like 5,000 guys have sexually assaulted women in their Ubers. So that's like the Uber horror story. But then you figure out that there's been like 5 billion Uber rides last year. So it sounds to me like statistically speaking, it's pretty safe from getting diddled.
I don't like IPFW on that half. Oh, this
just don't let Jameis Winston in your car and you're good.
Exactly.
When I think of Jameis Winston, I'm always going to think of crab legs.
Really, I think of that Uber one too because I read the whole story and it was pretty bad. His little story, he was hammered. Cool. Everyone in the chat says that Airbnb is awesome. So maybe for my next trip, I will look into that.
Did you see what Bruce Arians said about Jameis Winston?
No.
Oh, I saw that. That was funny.
No,
they asked him if they said, could you win with a different quarterback? And he said, well, yeah, if I can win with this quarterback, I can definitely win with another quarterback.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Because now he's not under contract anymore, so he can say whatever he really wants. He doesn't have to worry about his ego
hold
all
on. Max.
I'm sure he's pretty frustrated.
Max, IPFW South Dakota. Did you have anything for that second half line?
I'm just running my numbers on it right now.
Okay.
Omega Capper is a big Max fan.
My initial lean was to IPFW, but now I have some numbers that are conflicting with it. I'm looking at the total right now. That's what I'm more interested in. I think that the over 74.5 or 75 is going to be my play.
You're on. Somebody in the chat's asking about Marquette Creighton. You're on Creighton.
Yeah, I'm taking Creighton. I have Creighton first half, and I have the game going under. I'm just going contrarian. My numbers say that this game ends up around 147 to 149, giving me enough of an edge to hit it at under 152, which I did. Yeah, IPFW 74.5 or 75, whatever you can get, I would bet that. I think that they're going to find their scoring stroke in the second half. And I took Sanford minus 7.5 on the second half. I think that they can win this game down 6 at the half at home for Citadel. Citadel had a good start in the first half against East Tennessee State also, and then
you took Sanford minus 7.5?
Yeah, at minus 108.
So they're just going to come out and win the game?
That's all they need to do, and I have Citadel full game, so I'm trying to get greedy. I also bet the over 87 in the second half. I know it's a huge fucking number, but live or die with it. And I'm taking San Diego State minus 5 on the second half also. I think that they continue their onslaught of Fresno. They're just a really inspiring team, you know. They have limited front court with Nathan Mensah out for this game. He's their starting center, but Nate Grimes, the starting center for Fresno State, he's also out. And that just really puts the onus on the guard play of San Diego State, which I think is better than Fresno without any Noah Blackwell, the starting point guard. So what I've seen already out of Malachi Flynn in the San Diego State game is that he's been able to get behind some of the ball handlers for Fresno State. So let's say that they're trying to go from side to side. Well, Malachi's angling himself so that he can literally poke the ball out from behind him. And without experienced ball handlers, that could lead to some easy transition freaking opportunities. And I think that's going to be carried on in the second half. I think San Diego State is going to smack Justin Houston and his fucking Fresno State Bulldogs in the mouth with a dildo, and they're not going to like it. That number keeps on going down in flat Wichita State game. Down to 9.
Huge play for Bama.
Good, I want to fucking get that 7.
I want to get some fucking points scored.
I need 2 more touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm taking South Dakota. I'm taking South Dakota +3 second half. Let's just get that in quickly.
Who are you taking first off the board if you need a receiver? Are you taking Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb?
Judy.
Yeah, I think you got to take Jeudy.
Who's
The
bigger?
Touchdown? Is that a touchdown for
The
Bama?
route running of Jeudy
Yep.
is some of the best I've ever seen.
Who's bigger though?
Judy,
I
I
think
think.
Judy's
Judy
big.
is.
And where are you? And
Yeah,
where are you
CD
running?
Lamb's not the biggest one.
Are you running him on the outside, or are you going to run him on the slot? Half his fucking looks, half his.
No, you gotta let that dude go out on the.
Yeah, he's a lightning bolt as big as he is.
Yeah, but what about the team that has limited freaking cover ability in their linebacking core? Don't you think him against him in the slot, taking advantage of that, getting behind some linebackers is going to be key? That's
I think
Historically,
he's going to be one of them guys that just bounces from the slot to the outside, just depending on which formation they're in. You know what I mean?
and
Yeah,
That
and
would be
historically, the first wide receiver off the board is never a slot receiver. It's usually a guy on the outside.
well, if you look at today's NFL, what do you think is more valuable? A guy like a Cooper Kupp or a freaking Julian Edelman, or a guy that goes down the field like AJ?
I think the most important is a guy that demands to be double covered
Yeah.
And
And
where do you
they
find
said-
more double coverage in the slot?
on the
or guy that's
on
going
the
to-
outside.
All right. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just one of these old school guys that think that you could fucking run the ball, run the clock, and fucking not give the other team opportunities to fucking do anything on offense. That's the best way to win football games.
CD Lamb is really fucking good though.
I could tell you when Pittsburgh was using AB at his best was when they would bounce him from the outside into the slot and then back to the outside, because then they couldn't keep the same guys on him every time. They would move him from left to right into the slot, and all of a sudden he's running down the field by himself and Ben's chucking it 50 yards. But now he's making music videos, and God knows what else.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Who is?
Antonio Brown.
Jesus Christ. And now he's making music videos.
Yep. He had that workout for the Saints, and he said it was a publicity stunt, and the Saints turned around and signed some guy named Tim Ward.
Well, because doesn't he do stuff on Twitter and stuff like right after these workouts?
Mm-hmm.
Like he
He
apologized
posted-
to the Patriots, and then like
He posted his free
less than
agent
24
waiver.
hours later.
On
Yeah,
Twitter. Like, as they were getting ready
Yeah.
to bring him in for the workout, they're like, we're not responsible for anything this guy has wrong with his mental conditions and this and that.
I think the guy's got a coke problem.
Hey, Normel says.
I think
go
he
for-
does
go
the
for that
apologies
clock.
and does things right, and then and then just takes
I
a
wouldn't
couple
be
sniffs and
surprised
jumps
if he
on
does
Twitter
have
and
a toe
fucks
problem.
everything up.
I think I'm in agreement with a lot of other people. He hasn't been the same since Burfict took his head off in that fucking playoff game.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was like instant CT.
That was like the meme when he was still on the Raiders, and they're like, "What's wrong with AB?" And then Burfict sitting there looking like, I don't know. I still remember that game. That was one of the best playoff games of all time.
They should have beat us. AJ McCarron
And
had us
who
beat.
was it? Who was your ex-player linebacker that was
Joey
out there trying
Porter.
to people? Was that like Joey Porter? That game was so entertaining. I had the money line in the points, so I covered on the points, but I lost the money line. I thought I had it. Damn, that was a tackle in Auburn. So we're down to 5 minutes to go, and
those are my favorite tackles, bro. Like a guy on the flat that hasn't looked upfield yet, and he just gets fucking murked by his safety.
Sumner Hutchinson had Michigan first half, Bama full game at plus 550.
There you go.
Damn.
So that's looking pretty good right there, Sumner.
Spread. What were you saying?
3rd and 8 here for
take
Minnesota.
Shit again.
Nothing important. It's 3rd and 8 for Minnesota. Do they run for the first down? No, they're going to be short by a yard. I wonder if they go for it here.
Who, Minnesota?
They're on the 41 of Auburn. Minnesota's on the 41 of Auburn, 4th and 1.
How about
100%?
How about they punt it and pin them back, and we can get this under?
I think they're going to
good
want
for
to keep
under if
control.
they punt, but yeah. We're going to be less than 4 minutes by the time this ball snaps here too. And
yeah, we're at 55 points right now, so no touchdown. Well, that is the one good thing is that Auburn's not going to settle for any field goals or anything like that. They're going to have to try and score a touchdown, so that's going to extend the length of the game.
Yeah,
and hopefully we can get them to the 31-34 final. Before here,
unless Minnesota made it a 2-score game here, like if they kicked a field goal, then Auburn might settle for the field goal and then the onside kick. So, Max, have you ever played hockey?
Yeah.
Like everyone in Toronto going up playing hockey, like everyone here like grows up playing football?
I would say Caucasian people play hockey a lot.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say that it's a diverse sporting fucking pool.
Oh, they're saying David Stern passed away.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, he was real sick.
I watched Bad Blood, T.
You did? How'd you like it?
Man, why are you guys so slow on Canadian shit, bro?
David Stern, I think you mispronounced Roger.
You watched both seasons?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you say I just mispronounced David Stern's name?
Yeah, I think I said you mispronounced Roger Goodell because that's the one that we really liked. He just.
Oh yeah, but no, fucking Bad Blood was okay. It wasn't that good. Thought it'd be a lot better. They just fucking Canadian network people are fucking soft. They won't fucking go.
Yeah, it was okay. That's exactly what I would say it was.
Like, I'm sorry. There's a couple good Canadian television shows. One is Letterkenny. 2 is Trailer Park Boys. 3,
I've never watched that. I've never seen that.
Continuum, Max. Continuum is hella good.
Because I like you, Spread, I won't fucking make fun of you.
Sumner's asking about the live over.
You didn't like that show?
No, I don't. No, I did not.
Sumner's asking about the live
awesome.
over.
I'm
not
already
really
watching
that
it again.
sci-fi guy. Like, I like The Expanse. That's filmed in Toronto with a lot of Toronto actors. Like, that's a good sci-fi show.
All right, the live over in the Michigan-Alabama game, I don't really recommend that, Sumner. Because I don't think Michigan's scoring again, honestly. They let Alabama get up by 2 scores on him, and they pretty much have to go away from what was working for them in the first half, which was their run game. And, yeah, Alabama's either going to win this game 28-16 or 35-16. I don't see Michigan scoring again, and I don't see the over having a chance. So I won my first half over on the Michigan team total, and I'm going to lose the full game. So I'll go 1-1 on this game and drink 10-cent juice.
Overs are never dead, Ant.
I think this over's
All right,
dead.
4th and 1. They're going for it. They're going for it.
Yeah, this will go a long way to closing this game out.
Drops back to pass. He's able to complete it. So now they're down to the 20 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Yep, need
So
about
does
two.
Auburn start using their timeouts on this drive now?
They'd have to.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem with our under though spread is that Minnesota might just get a touchdown here, and I mean, obviously our bets on Minnesota are looking really good. Either whether you guys had the Minnesota money line at the beginning, or my Minnesota second half bet that plus 3.5 is looking good. So,
Just keep this clock running. They're not using their timeouts on this drive. It's still running.
oh, they're down to the 30.
Give me that fucking plus 220 money line, you bitch.
I know. Wouldn't that be a great way to start the DJ? That's why I don't even mind on the over, because the over was at minus 110 and the money line's at plus 220. So, I mean, take it. We might still be able to squeak out both.
RK wants to know, we grabbed a live under 60.5. Rye Cape would prefer an Auburn win to our under hitting.
Well, that would be the worst case scenario.
Well, for us, yeah. Probably not for Rye Cape, though. Honestly, like he's on Auburn.
Oh, yeah. No, for us. Yeah, no.
So obviously we're just kind of watching these games play out. So did we have any consensus on the Wisconsin-Oregon game other than me just not having any opinion whatsoever because I think either side can win the game?
I'm on Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm going to take Wisconsin. I don't know if I'm going to do it before the game starts. I'd love to have 2.5 if I can get that live. But my intentions are to bet Wisconsin. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Now that we're right around 2 minutes, Auburn's going to start using their timeouts.
I don't think Michigan scores again. Do you guys think Michigan scores again?
No, I literally just said that a few minutes ago. Yeah, I don't. I think because someone was asking about the live over in this game, and I don't like it. I think this game ends either 35-16 or 28-16.
We won 35-16.
Why?
Team totals at 33.
Oh, okay. I mean, I want Michigan to score again. I mean, I think I'm at 15 points away from pushing my over. So obviously, if Michigan scores a touchdown, they'd actually be going for a 2-point conversion. So
they tied that hockey game 2-2.
Oh, uh-oh.
How much time's left?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? The periods are 20 minutes long. What do they do? Score like 2 seconds into the period?
Well, there's 19 minutes, but same thing.
So basically what we want, guys, is it to be 2-2 and go into overtime. Then we can cash the under 5.5. Alrighty. I love how you guys are like shitting out a hockey bet. Like you guys never bet hockey, but you bet this one for us.
I never have. Like literally, I've only tell my girlfriend when we go to Tahoe or Reno, and she puts bets in.
Like honestly, though, when it comes to the Winter Classic, if you're just going to bet hockey one time a season, literally just bet the Winter Classic under every single year. I mean, and obviously every now and again the over hits, but I think it's like 8-3 to the under in the 11 years and since they've been doing it. Oh wow, we almost had a fucking goal there, but Dallas knocked it off the post. He had a one-on-one with the goalie. That was a perfect opportunity to get a goal. Dallas is pelting the Nashville goalkeeper with shots right now, and he's standing on his head getting some stops. Nashville needs to clear the puck, that was a terrible attempt at a clearance. Another shot off the post. This is kind of exciting. Oh, another slap shot. Finally, the goalie stops it and covers the puck for a stoppage in play. Man,
Alabama's got to punt.
Dude, there's like 90,000 people at this place. So this is completely, the Cotton Bowl is packed, man. Holy shit. I know you guys aren't watching this hockey game, but I literally, like, the last couple of minutes of action have been pretty intense, especially since I didn't want there to be a goal.
What a great win for Minnesota, man.
Is it official?
No.
2 minutes, not yet. No, but it would be.
Why did you just say that then? He's had me thinking that they just ran the ball out and ran the clock out.
No, they're still on a TV timeout.
Jesus Christ. You know, when you guys ask me why I like soccer, this is fucking why, man.
Yeah, that is a great thing about soccer. 45 minutes of continuous play.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, yeah, exactly. When people go, "Oh, gee, soccer's so boring," I mean, I used to say that. I was literally like 2 years ago. I was on the same wavelength as every other American when it comes to soccer.
Soccer's so boring.
Yeah, and then I actually started betting on it and watching it and capping it, and I'm like, actually, I kind of it's understandable why it's the most popular sport in the world. When like foreigners like start watching the American sports like football and stuff, and they always had the same question: why do they keep stopping play constantly? Like, how can you call soccer boring when the game is continuous? When in your football you stop the play constantly, and I really don't have an answer for that. I'm like, I kind of see your point. I still love football, but I do see the counter argument that non-Americans have when they talk about it.
What's the Minnesota coach so fired up about? I mean, he is fired up.
Well, there's a holding call. Is he still mad about that? Or
wow, bro, he is going fucking in.
Yeah.
What happened in the game?
He just asked the referee, "Where are you from?" Fuck.
He asked the ref where he was from?
Yeah, I saw him mouth it. Like, he was screaming at him, and then he's like, "Where are you from?" I guess, like, to make him to say that he was, like, from Alabama.
I mean, he said bullshit about like 15 times.
He sure did.
You can see that.
I got a question for Max.
What is he yelling about, though?
David Collins is listed as questionable for South Florida. If he's not in the lineup, would you make a play on SMU?
See, I hate answering questions that I don't have to answer, because if you look at my fucking Twitter, he would already know that I'm on SMU 2 ways, regardless of if Collins plays or not. So, thank you. Spread. Next time someone has a question, just let me know who the person is first, and then I'll decide if I answer it. Because
yes, sir.
This is just fucking nonsense. I put out fucking plays.
Copy that.
And people can't even look at my Twitter page to fucking read them. Like, it's not even like I fucking litter it with a bunch of shit. Retweets, sucking my own dick for winning a bet. Like, I don't do that. I do it online on this show. That's where I suck my own dick.
Oh, God, Max. Like, I love that you said that. Is there anything more annoying than like 80% of gambling Twitter who retweets their own tweets so they can suck their own dick because they want to bet?
Oh, but there is one thing that
I do that.
suck my own dick though. But there is one thing I do. Like my betting StreamYard last night was very profitable, so I did tweet it, and but I did charge each person in that fucking StreamYard $75 to be in it with me for 2 hours. So
Is that why it was profitable, or did you actually win bets?
yeah, we went 7-2 on the bets, and it was profitable.
I mean,
Hey, listen, there were fucking 4 games.
Interception.
It was fucking nice and fucking easy to focus on.
interception Alabama. So that puts the
Yeah, I
nail in
saw
the
that.
coffin for Michigan Packers. That puts the nail in the coffin to my over, though. If Michigan would have gotten a touchdown on this drive and a 2-point conversion, I would have been confident that I could at least probably push my over. But no, sirree, not going to happen. I guess I could pout, but I make like 100 bets a week, so that means I lose a decent amount. I'd love to go 100-0, but
I want to go 100-0. Then I won't have to bet again for the rest of the year.
all right. So is the Minnesota head coach done yelling? I mean,
What's
can
he
we get to
yelling
the
about?
point? I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean,
their
I just
big
want-
boys just got. That was a bully first down. They
In
look like
10
five
minutes,
bouncers.
in 10 minutes, we're going to transfer over to the new stream. So everybody hit that like button and click the link in the description on your way out. And we'll be on the next video at 4:30.
Jay,
So we'll
why
leave
do they have to press that link in the video description?
Because the best sportsbook page at SBR is the only way that you could find the best books, the most reliable books, people that you don't have to worry about paying you, because the only risk that you should have when you're betting a game is that game and not your book. That's why.
All right, just making sure you know.
All right. Is Auburn going to waste the time out here so then Minnesota can start doing kneel downs? That's what we want. We want Minnesota. If Auburn doesn't do a bunch of timeouts here,
Yep. Victory formation.
victory formation under and the win. Oh,
I'm really enjoying listening to my neighbor play the piano right now. It's really fucking average at best.
We need 17 more likes to get 100 likes on this video, boys. So click that goddamn like button for me,
Oh, I dislike the show. Sorry.
because I don't ask much from anybody. 107 units are for free. The like button is all we ask,
Oh.
and the link in the description.
Jay, you do ask a lot, though.
I do.
Yeah, you do. You ask for me to put pants on, put my bong away, sit here.
I'm talking about people that are actually watching the show.
Oh, you wanna know something funny? I went to the grocery store like right before we went on air. I went to the grocery store. All right, you know how I decided which grocery store I was going to go to, whether I was going to go to the Walmart or the Target. I was free balling in my sweatpants, and I said if I go to Target, I need to put on underwear and jeans. I really don't feel like doing that, so I went to the Walmart.
Purdue Fort Wayne has come back, so my second half bet's looking pretty stupid, but I have IPFW, so maybe I'll just lose a little bit of juice. Let's go IPFW.
We do have a 3-2 game though now in this Winter Classic, so we might
Put it on the fucking board.
No,
Yes.
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
That's a 4-2 score, Ant.
Oh, is it 4-2?
Ah!
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, well.
Boy.
That's all right. We cashed that
You got
220.
control. Oh my
We got that
God.
Minnesota
That's
money
okay.
line.
Why don't you take the Capicola, stick it up your ass?
I will look at it like this though. I will every time the Winter Classic goes over, I will lose on that game because I'm betting the under every year.
I thought Jay fell out of his chair for a second.
I can't, bro. I can't.
So we hit every bet we made on the Auburn Minnesota game. The
Why
live
don't
under.
you stick that gabagool up your ass? He said.
Hey, spread. Can you fucking believe we hit that under? How the fuck did we hold on for that under, buddy?
Because second half unders are the new wave.
24-17 at the half. And I'm like, what the hell are we thinking betting that under? Boom, it elbow, baby. Woo!
T.
Max Shaft wants to know if you like Utah Valley today. He said he didn't see it on your Twitter.
Shaft. I got my fucking phone. It's fucking rectangular shaped, and I would stick it this way, right up your poop chute.
God, Max, you're so angry.
No, but Shaft is a good guy. Shaft knows that I'm just playing around with him.
Hey, Max, in between shows, you should hit your medicine.
Oh, I'm going to hit my
He said, "Oh, I'm going to."
illegal.
Does a bear shit in the woods? Of course he's gonna hit his medicine.
Of course.
Yeah, does a bear shit in the woods and
It's
does
already
the book
broken up
cover
and
up
ready
sex
to go.
symbol? All right, so I am going to see you guys on the second show. Send me the link, Jay. I gotta go finish this. I'm gonna do that in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a day. We'll see you guys in 8 minutes on the second video of the day. Thank you. We got over 100 likes. Hit the link in the description for us, and on to the next video. We'll see you in 8 minutes. We're back after this.